album concept hour. The album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the very first live stream of the album concept hour. My computer seems like it's a little mad right now that I just hit this this button here, but it's holding together. I'm your host, Brad LeBaron, as I always am, and this is going to be a weird, like, kind of a you're going to see a peek behind the curtain of how we do things at the podcast, because this is going to be the first episode of season 5, and this Thursday we're doing the season finale. So sometimes we do things a little out of order. So if you're listening to this on just the audio version of the podcast, this is taking place after the 200th. And if you follow the live stream, it's just going to be very confusing every week that you tune in, because it's going to be out of order from what the actual podcast recording thing is. So just bear with me. We're gonna figure out the kinks. And if you want, we're
talking about the kinks this week. I thought it was a different episode.
Yeah, that was about us.
Oh, are we not? Did you guys not prepare and listen to the kinks this? Oh shit.
No.
Okay. Well, what other album do you guys really know really well, kind of inside and out? Is there an album that you guys kind of just off the bat would know
A lot of
intimately?
Beach Boys albums. That's probably just me.
Yeah, I mean, I even have some clips we could pull out for the Beach Boys.
I know the Beatle. I'm anti-beach.
Okay,
and I hate
just
the
the
Beatles
one.
because you
I'm
never.
anti.
Yeah, just the one though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Pat only listens to single sawtooth sine wave.
That's it. That's the only
okay.
thing I like.
Okay.
Just
okay.
one sawtooth sine wave at a time.
Well, you listeners, recognize these voices. These are members of the band Inspector 34, and we might as well just talk about your new album. I mean, considering it just came out,
yeah.
That's one we could do.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about it.
I mean, I was bored the other day, so I put together some clips, and I enjoyed it. I think we could maybe even talk about it.
Wait.
Yeah.
You enjoyed the album?
I think I enjoy with it. I enjoyed it. I fucks with it. What I'm trying to say. I really
I thought everyone was gonna hate it.
Yeah, it sucks. I really thought we intended for everyone to hate it.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm not your intended audience then, because I just thought it was fun and
You're not talking about
interesting.
this old thing, are you?
Oh wow!
Well, he's got it.
He's got the actual vinyl, and if you're following the
We're
live
not-
stream,
This one?
This
no,
friggin' thing?
that looks like a T-shirt in a case. Was that an album cover?
This is actually the really old one.
It's
wow.
artwork from a
Not
10-year-old
listening to this
album.
one.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I mean, you start with the basics, and then you kind of build on that, right?
Yeah, we built a
Yeah.
mountain out of this.
Yeah.
molehill.
Yeah. So, I guess
Well, I
when
don't
we
have the
last,
current one, but I have a test brass. Is that cool?
Oh, sick. Yeah, that's cooler.
it's
more
test.
exclusive.
Oh my god, that's pretty sick.
I left it out.
I
But
like collecting rare albums of my own band.
that's a pretty niche crowd.
It's
Yeah,
very
you
unique,
know.
the bands that we're in.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's not. I mean, nothing to shake a stick at. You guys have several projects between all of you. Like, you all have your own side projects going. The last time we had you on as a group, we definitely went through a lot of them, and we had you on individually and talked about them. Do you guys still have a lot of those groups going, or have they expanded into different things? I guess I should ask a specific one of you guys this question, right?
Pat has the most, I think. So you should start with Pat.
Yeah.
I mean, technically the ones that actually do stuff regularly would be, I'm in a grindcore band called Rot Bus. I played drums in that. We played yesterday in Worcester. It was, we were there.
You were
and
there?
I also I was there. I was playing drums at the
Wow.
place.
Wow.
In person.
Live
Yeah.
and uncut.
Yeah.
Then other than that, I do instrumental hip hop as under the name Chill Haze, and sometimes release weird. I don't know, Jim. What would you call BGDRGS? What do you call that?
Oh, big drugs? I call it
Yeah.
big drugs.
Big drugs.
That's what it is, but there's no vowels in it. It's
Yeah, it's no vowels,
BGDRGS.
'cause it's cool. And
Mhm.
Like what genre? I
Big
mean,
drugs.
what?
it's not ambient, but it's It's ambient adjacent.
Yeah, it's still
It's-
boring. It's just not
It's like
ambient.
drone.
It's still
like
boring.
drone-
It's not. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to say
Yeah, I
it.
don't know. Drone,
Noise.
droney,
Yeah.
noisy shit.
Yeah.
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 Experimental.
Yeah, there we go.
That
experimental
sounds better. That
music.
sounds a little better.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
more
really like simple,
more giving.
complex, visceral music that you're not supposed to like.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love it.
yeah. Yeah.
God damn it.
That's kind of the
And also
theme
you got-
today. It seems that music you're not supposed to like.
Cryptic witchcraft do anything anymore? Cryptic stuff.
You know,
like-
I keep recording songs and then not releasing them.
yeah,
Okay,
that
that's-
counts. I think.
That's doing
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
like 100 demo songs, and I'm like, these are
Yeah.
all bad.
These are all bad.
You gotta just put out one big tape,
One big demo,
big cassette tape.
really thick, like an
Yeah.
8-track,
Yeah, like an 8-track, I guess, but with more tracks.
Like an
like a
8-track.
10-track.
Yeah,
Oh wait, hold on. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I see us.
what the heck?
That looks
I
cool.
forgot I was sharing that screen.
Brad promised
All right.
it would look cool, and it does, so that's all right.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at looking like right now. This is live. Can you believe it?
This is crazy.
Yeah.
The world is.
I didn't even know the technology existed, but here we are.
We've done it.
So Alex, though, I want to, before we get into the music, I know that you've been, making a few waves out in LA, doing a few projects. What have you been working on recently?
So I've been working on a lot of videos, screening those around and doing lots of performances and stuff around town. I guess making the waves.
Yeah,
Comedy.
Not really
That's-
making waves.
I think that's what
Making a little bit of a
Yeah.
skipping rocks at what?
you're.
And what else has been going on? Yeah, pretty much just doing a lot of weird stuff.
So have you been taking the underground comedy puppet scene by storm? Is that what you've been doing?
I don't know about by storm, but been doing it. Been doing stuff.
Okay, yeah,
You stormed in.
yeah.
You stormed
Okay.
in and out of rooms.
A real
Yeah.
barnstormer.
Yeah.
A real barnstormer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's from what I understand, that's like 90% of what the job is out there on the coast.
Showing
So,
up. That's what they
Yeah,
say is the
You
whole
just-
job is showing up.
showing up,
Showing up.
You just gotta get there.
busting down the doors.
Foot in the door, bust it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to have you guys back on the podcast. And
I get a quick aside.
what's up?
Talking about side projects.
Yes.
If you want to know what all of our side projects.
Oh, right. I
This-
guess we could ask Jimm about.
Well, this
his
is
side
no. I
project.
didn't mean to bring it to me, because really I don't have
Yeah.
a lot right now. But this seems like as good a place as any to make the big announce that we have the Sad Milk Collective, which we're all a part of. We have been working on a compilation album for so long, very long time.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think it's gonna be ready to come out next month. Finally.
wow! Next month?
I think it's coming out on Bandcamp Friday.
Oh man!
Finally.
Pretty sure. I've been talking to Silas, and I think
Oh, my
that's
God.
what we're settling on. But all of us have many tracks on it under every
A surprising amount.
Just about. It's crazy. Yeah.
Because Jim's been working on this for like 5 years, so I just
I've
keep
been
sending him
trying to
shit.
get people
Wow!
to do Beach Boys covers for like 5 years now, probably. Yeah. And
Wait.
finally, it has worked.
So wait. So this
It's a
is
Beach Boys
a.
cover compilation.
it's
That's
a-
what I didn't clarify. Yeah.
Oh my God! That's so. Okay. So you had a reason for going as deep as you did. I mean, you're a fan as well, I'm sure, but like.
No, I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I was able to sort of drag people down into the
I
Beach Boys
see.
hole with
I see.
Silas has more
Into the
tracks on the
sandbox.
compilation than me, so I really did get it. Silas I
Wow.
think, has 9 or 10 tracks on the
I think I have
involved.
4.
You have
perhaps
4.
5.
Alex
Man.
has at least 2. I have, I want to say 7 or something like that.
Wow.
But everybody is involved. There's a lot of people that aren't us on it as well. But that's, if anyone wants to know what our side projects
Wow, that's
sound like, they'll all be on display in like a month.
I should have done a Cryptic Witchcraft cover of one. That would have been so bad
There's
and
still
weird.
time. We're gonna record the squash cover next weekend at Ben's bachelor party. So there's still time if you want to part one out.
Is there any off the top of your head any Beach Boys songs that would work as like a black metal synth song?
Absolutely, I'll send you a couple.
Spectacular.
Yeah, gotta be.
There must be, right?
Gotta
I'll do
be.
the one that's just about
100% are.
Yeah,
the one that's about vegetables.
That one is a great song, and it would work.
Man, well, I'm fucking super stoked to hear that, man. That's so sometime next month, Sad Milk Collective compilation.
I'm pretty sure we're shooting to put
Is
it
this
out
your
on
first
Bandcamp
official?
Friday, which is the first Friday of the month. So
Okay.
that should be the day, unless we have a big problem.
Okay, and then it will be the following Friday, next Bandcamp Friday, or just
it's a once a month kind of thing.
yeah. So, well, if you don't see it on that Friday, then just put a timer on your little clock there. Put it for 1 month.
Just keep paying attention.
Just keep paying attention.
Just keep sending us money.
Keep sending them money. If you could send them money, that would be.
Through the
hop
mail.
on our Patreon. You'll get all sorts of exclusive content.
That's true. Some of these Beach Boys tracks are already on the Patreon if you got a couple of bucks.
And these guys actually put content on their Patreon, unlike some guys around here.
I sent Jimm content last night.
Pat's got a Taylor Swift song I'm going to post after we finish this live stream.
It's a remix where, sometimes you spend 2 hours working on a song, and then at the end of it, you're like, what have I done?
What have I done?
It's one of those. It's just, I don't know, a dark wave Taylor Swift remix. Forgive me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The Swifties won't, but the rest of the world.
Oh, no, I'll be sued. I'm going to be sued a lot.
Yeah, they'll take all our Patreon money. So before they take it down, get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And make sure you download your own copy of it as well. Sometimes that stuff gets
Have a hard
scrubbed.
copy.
Yeah. That's very important. But let's talk a little bit about the process getting into this album, Squint Your Ears. You guys have been working on this for 4 years, I want to say?
2 years and a month. It's 2 years and a month since we got in the studio.
They did the bulk of the recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was in August of 22. Yeah.
Okay, so you've had like kind of the raw like audio that you have been meticulously working at, right?
Yeah, and every once in a while I'll get an email from Jimm that's like, sing a harmony to this, and it'll be like an 8-second clip of a vocal line. And I send him that, and apparently it gets mixed in there eventually.
And it was good enough. Yeah.
No context.
We tracked all the songs over a weekend. We recorded all the instrumentals, did most of the overdubs, but I had no lyrics written for any of the songs. I think
what?
I had lyrics written.
You had a couple.
Okay.
One and a half songs when we recorded it.
Wow.
And I didn't record any of them. So yeah, I procrastinate with those because I hate them.
The words are bad.
Yeah. You kind of have like a Zappa perspective on lyrics. It's like you have to have them for people to pay attention, but like you'd rather be playing.
Yeah, basically that is it. Like they need to be there, but I don't enjoy.
Yeah. It's
or having people ask me what they mean.
Yeah. Oddly, you get less questions when you don't include the lyrics. They're not interested in knowing.
Because nobody.
I think this is one of our first albums we've included a lyric sleeve. Is that true?
We put one with the last one, so it's the second one.
Yeah.
The fans, they want lyrics.
I don't know.
Everyone want to analyze them?
My instinct is, and I deferred to me and Silas mixed this album together, as we did with the last one. But this time I deferred to him more because my instinct is always turn the vocals down, and I don't want people to know what I'm saying, and I don't want to post the lyrics anywhere. And then people keep saying the lyrics are too quiet. I want to know what the lyrics are. So I try to give the people what they want.
You got to leave them wanting more, though.
So you
this was a little too clear in this album. I mean, I did understand most of the words that you were saying, so I don't know. That might be not what you were trying to do, but
next album lyrics are going back in the mud.
Back in the mud.
What if we record them all backwards? So it's like
That's
they're still
That's
very
interesting.
clear, but it just
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
illegible, as it were, unintelligible.
Spoiler alert, one of the songs that me and Silas, just the two of us, made for the Beach Boys compilation, we recorded the lyrics backwards and then reversed it.
Oh yeah.
That's a very Brian Wilson thing to do.
Oh,
Like that
yeah.
is yeah.
We thought
That's
so.
that's pretty good.
Phenomenal.
It's gonna be fun.
Nice. So you've kind of been just like working at it away like the last couple of years, and then
So we
who-
recorded it all in. It's something I want to do for my whole life. It's a lifelong dream of go to a cabin in the woods and just record music.
mhm.
And so we have a couple of friends. Shout out to Renee and Dan,
Shout out.
who have a Quonset hut up in
Huh.
the woods of New Hampshire that they usually Airbnb out, and they let us come up there, and we
Yeah.
brought a whole bunch of shit,
Yeah.
recording stuff, and we sort of built a little makeshift studio there. And so we tracked. I think we tracked all the basic tracks in one day.
All the main
Wow.
band stuff happened on the Friday we were up
Yeah.
there.
Because we had
Like-
basically 2 days. We had like 2.5 days. In.
Yeah, I was only up there for a couple.
Yeah. So we
but yeah,
showed up, we set everything up at night,
Yeah.
and then Ben showed up the next day and reset everything up because we had done a bad job.
yeah, we didn't put the
He
microphones.
was like,
in
"You
good
guys wired
places."
this like idiots."
He just came in. He's like, "Oh no, this is all wrong."
But all
Well,
the
he had the mixing board too, so we
Yeah.
was
yeah, it
yeah.
definitely helped. But we put
Yeah.
all the things in cool places.
Yeah, we put all the things in cool
Ah,
places.
yeah.
Pat had his guitar ran split into 2 amps. One was in
Yeah.
the basement.
Yeah,
and
there
one
was
was
a
in the
Whoa.
kitchen.
there's
Okay.
a for some reason soundproofed like crawl space basement thing.
Nothing
So I
to
put-
question about that.
Yeah, nothing weird at all. I got a cat yelling at the door. 1 second.
Yeah, sometimes there's a cat.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
There were no cats when we recorded the album, but there were 3 dogs.
Oh,
There were a lot
okay.
of dogs. They were dogging out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were dogging
yeah.
around.
But yeah, had a weird soundproof basement that I threw the really distorted, reverbed, bad sounding guitar amp in, and then the good amp was upstairs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So if anyone was wondering why Pat's guitar sounds so crazy, that's why.
it's because there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
There's so many.
And in some songs,
um,
there's even more than 2 guitars.
Yeah, because we did all the tracks.
Huh.
We did all the tracks that first day, and then me and Pat stayed up very late, going through and chopping up and picking the takes.
Yeah.
And chopping
Yep.
up the takes.
Yeah.
And then going like, oh, it'd be cool if there was another guitar in this song, and etc.
and then you would get the
Yeah.
call.
And so then
Yeah.
the next day we recorded a bunch of overdubs, and we did overdubs for basically all the instruments.
Man.
Yeah, any parts that
Um,
needed them.
Yeah.
Weird
That-
stuff.
and-
I had like a tape recorder. We did a bunch of little like, oh,
You had
let's
a
record
Walkman.
the intro. Yeah, it'd be like, oh, let's record the intro on tape. I forget which song does that specifically.
It's on anyway.
Is that the
I
one where
keep
it has
talking
"oh shit" at the
in
end?
my head because
That's one of them. Yeah, just
Okay.
the
Oh,
intro to the
the
whole
intro.
album.
the intro for the whole album also. But yeah, you just had that Walkman and we're recording stuff randomly throughout.
That's
Oh.
how you
Like,
do it.
wouldn't
That's how you get
tell
the
us when
gold.
You were recording it.
So there was
And
a
then-
Walkman involved. I saw that
Yeah,
in the album notes, and I was like,
I
This is
did
a
give you
joke,
a Walkman
right?
credit. in the
Oh, nice.
Walkman.
I'm glad I got the Walkman credit. Yeah.
"Well, someone got a lighter credit." I don't.
Yeah,
That was
there's
Ben. Ben
tracks
played
where
lighter on one of the
I
Ben
acoustic
don't-
played
songs.
lighter as percussion. Yeah.
I'll have to listen for that the next time I listen through. But I
You can hear it if you're looking for it.
all right,
yeah.
all right.
It is
I'll
in
look
the-
for it next time. Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
one in Rent? I think that might be Rent.
It's in Rent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, 'cause we
So,
didn't have any-
one thing I wanted just to say about this album, though, is like how expansive and moody, and just it's got its own kind of environment and vibe that stays throughout the album, that you can kind of feel the connective tissue between the songs. I just listened to we just did Francis the Mute on the podcast, which is one of those albums that does that. Everything weaves into each other. There's a lot of complicated things going on at the same time, a lot of things to listen for, and it creates its own soundscape. And this one, I think the last one definitely does that too, but this one does it even better for sure. Like, I feel everything is very, very connected,
That's something I always want an album to be. I think it was easier to achieve that this time because we did record everything together.
Mhm.
As opposed to the last album, everything was individually tracked and then mixed together. We didn't do any of that in a room together.
Yeah, half the last one was during lockdown too.
Yeah,
with the last one, half of it was during COVID. So
I remember
recording in my back room and sending Jimm tracks, and Jimm being like, "This sounds bad," and I'd be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, I would reamp it. I would play back your track through my PV amp and then record that to make it sound more like a real amp.
So you could feel like he's in the room.
Just to feel something.
Yeah.
Just to feel anything.
I mean,
we literally, I mean, we
Dark
talked
times.
about this on the episode for the last album, I think, but me, Alex, and Ben tracked the drums for the last album. We finished tracking all the drums the day before everything shut down for COVID. It was amazing timing for that.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was for anyone that was like mid creative outputs, like working on like a thing, it was like, what's this now? What do I do with my stuff that I've been working so much on?
Early enough before the thing hit that we're all in the mindset of like, oh yeah, this like my boss just keeps talking about this pandemic thing. I'm not even fucking worried about it at all.
Yeah, dude.
And
I gotta get to the studio.
That whole day that we were tracking the drums, Ben was like, oh, I think I'm gonna get laid off because of this disease. And we were like, it's probably fine. And then he did get laid off. And so did we all, except Pat.
Yeah, I kept having to go to work.
I didn't get laid off.
Really?
I had to go to work in the office the entire time.
Yeah,
essential personnel. Let's go.
Oh my
Essential
God.
personnel, public access, and beer.
Oh man.
Listen, people joke about it, but if all the liquor stores shut down, every alcoholic in the state's going into withdrawal. That's going to overload all the hospitals. They needed the hospitals for everybody who couldn't breathe.
Oh yeah,
would have been an actual problem.
Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin, so that's like you might as well commit a genocide if you're going to do that.
Yeah, for real.
That's just it's just not going to go well. No,
the whole state's coming to a standstill.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you guys got a chance to actually be together for this time. You can really hear that in the album.
We got super lucky that it worked out. Me and Alex knew that we were moving out to LA in like a month and a half, so we're so lucky we got to record with everybody.
Yeah, and it's amazing. You like it had to be hard to kind of like sit on this for so long, knowing all the stuff that you're going to be releasing into the world, like, but you got the creative output like happened like a couple of years ago, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
I kept wanting to show it to people for a long time, but the mixing took longer than it should have because me and Silas were going back and forth across the country with it.
Yeah.
So I did a preliminary mix and then gave it to him.
Yeah.
And then he would mix it and send it to me. But our versions of Ableton that we're using are incompatible, so we couldn't actually go back and forth.
Oh my God!
His version's much newer, and I didn't want to upgrade.
So don't upgrade.
Yeah,
he would just send me the mix, and then I would write a big list of all the things I thought were wrong with it, and then he would have to fix it. And I was very fucking particular about it. And he got super sick of it by the end, but he was very accommodating. But there were some things, like I said, I don't fucking think I prefer mono to stereo in a lot of things. And it's the same thing with like mixing the vocals low, where I'm like, I think it should be this way, but I know now I'm accepting that other people will think it sounds better if it's not done the way I want it.
Yeah,
like,
it's a group. It's a group experience, It's a give and take, But why don't we actually listen to a little bit of this? I just realized we haven't played any of your album yet. I've taken the first and second clip or second track and put them in one clip because to demonstrate like the transitions. This is going to be No End into Self.
Shit.
the only song that had words when we recorded it, I think, because that was the only one we were doing fully live.
And
Okay,
that
okay.
was some Walkman recorded stuff there. The guitar and the banjo into "Oh shit" was just me
Pat
with
saying,
the
"Oh shit,"
Walkman.
yeah. I don't remember what the
okay.
"Oh shit." I spliced in the "Oh shit" because I thought it was so perfect, but I think you said it in response to something.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
don't know.
The original tapes, they're lost to
lost.
time.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose that's going to happen.
Also, that was
You
some
know-
backwards vocals at the beginning too, to harken back to something we said earlier.
Yeah, I did it backwards, and then because I wanted to get that backwards reverb effect, so I reversed it, put the delay on it, and then reversed it again.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
Build up to the thing, which is I
You see,
love it.
so that's the thing about like your music I really appreciate is like I like it's kind of chaotic, but like not it all comes together. I can't figure out like how you did it. You know what I mean? That's like the thing I'm always trying to figure out. Like the actual like recording
Studio
techniques are
magic.
very difficult to
Yeah,
like
magic, baby.
pinpoint, you know? But yeah, I mean, obviously it comes together and creates this, this vibe. And I was just going to mention, I before we even get into it, I know there's a spoiler alert, but this is one of those loopable albums. We at the Album Concept Hour are real into the looping albums. So the last song kind of you hear a little bit in the first track, which is fun.
Yeah.
And
So the vocals at the beginning there. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
The vocals from that.
from the
Which
end.
was fun that was all of us singing together in a room away from the mic, which was fun.
And I think
We can talk about that when we get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We should have made CDs so we could have it loop like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did burn some CDs to mail to college radio stations. I don't know if any of them got there because I just put stamps on them. So they may have been
Just
destroyed.
directly onto the
Might have been
CD.
destroyed in the process.
No, I handmade envelopes out of. Here's a pro tip for any people trying to send a demo CD
Okay,
out
all right.
there.
This is
Media
how you
mail
do it.
prohibitively expensive these days. It costs you about $5 to mail a single CD, which is fucking absurd.
Wow.
But a CD, I folded a CD envelope out of Trader Joe's paper shopping bag.
Okay.
And you get a non-machinable stamp, which costs a little bit more than a regular postage stamp because the shape of the envelope and the rigidity of the CD will not allow it to go through the mail sorting machine because it will jam the works and destroy the CD. So you got to get a non-machinable stamp, which costs about 79 cents. Put one of those on the CD, put it in the mail, and maybe it gets there. I have no idea if any of these actually got there.
Okay.
I like how you started this with pro tip, and then you're like, I have no results at all. I don't know if it works. There's no.
I didn't ask the people I sent it to for a response. Hopefully, they're playing the CD on air.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Just nonstop, just over and over
I don't know
again.
if college stations actually play CDs anymore, but I assume they must at some
Maybe
capacity.
I
I'll
think they just play.
I'll burn one. I'll burn one and
it's
kind of
all-
walk it over to the studio if you want me to. I'm in a
Oh, that'd be
college. I'm in a
great,
college town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your station? I might have sent one to it.
WORT is one of our stations, and then we have
I'm gonna add that to the list.
Wart.
WSUM. I think is the actual like college run student radio. But yeah, Wharton, WSUM. Yeah, we got college stuff going on here.
The college kids love us.
College kids.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
in theory, they
Everyone. Yeah,
If
they
they
would.
heard it.
Yeah, right.
would. If they
Yeah.
heard it, they might like it.
Yeah.
They didn't see us.
Yeah.
if they didn't
You
see
don't want to know that
the
we're in our mid-30s and just, oh, they're just like us, they'll say as they hear us without seeing us.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask though, actually on that front is like, so I know that you're really into, Brian Wilson. Obviously, you've had your obsession with Brian Wilson. Are you more of a fan of performing the music live or putting it together in the studio? I'm wondering, like, kind of on the spectrum. 100%. Okay, so
For me personally, but I don't know about everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both, but
Yeah.
gun to my head, I'm gonna pick live just because I like making weird noises on the guitar and trying to make everybody else mess up by playing the parts differently than usual. And then if they mess up, try to roll with it, and now it's a brand new song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like
That's a pro
I'm
tip.
picking live.
Live. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Drums.
Okay.
I think drums are way more fun live.
Drums do
like,
look
when
like
I'm
a
the
lot of fun.
drummer,
Recording
in bands
drums
where
is the
I've
worst
been
thing
drummer,
ever.
Recording drums is the fucking worst, and playing them live is the best. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, playing all of a 4.5 minute long song perfect, and then you do a weird like drop your stick and clink it on the rim and kind of step on the hi-hat right at the end, and it's like, I guess I have to do this entire thing again. Okay, cool.
Take it over.
God damn, that sounds awful.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But when you get it right, so
Mm.
it should be more satisfying than it is. But really, you're just mad about it and ready
You're
to
just
move on.
moving on. You're just ready for the next thing.
Fucking done.
Yeah.
I play drums in the grindcore band I'm in, and the guitarist always makes fun of me when we're recording and says I'm in angry mode, because I am the entire time.
You're too angry for grindcore. You're angrier than the usual for grindcore.
That's what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
It's supposed to not be.
You're
happy.
supposed to be mad. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
Jay's going for a real happy core, happy grind.
Yeah, posy grind.
You know,
not really. That's not a thing.
Speaking,
it might be a thing, but it's not what we're doing.
Speaking of happy core, was that me? I don't.
I think that was me.
Okay,
Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't recognize that sound. But speaking of happy core,
see where you're going. This excellent transition.
Yeah, there's this a song called Happy.
It's the next song on the album.
Yeah, that line really like kicked me in the guts. You know what I mean? The like, I'm happy, I'm lying to myself again. Like, it's just like, oh no, depression. That stuff. That's
not again.
Not again.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah, there's always a left turn at some point, you know, like. But yeah, I love
makes that song for me.
That one's fun for me because I've been trying to get a good bad math rock 2-handed tappy guitar part into a song for Jim. How long have I been playing guitar in Inspector?
In this band,
Yeah.
you'd believe, fucking 8 years.
8 years sounds right. So yeah, I've been trying to get a guitar part like that into a song for about 8 years. So,
really now?
It felt good to finally get it in there.
Well, it worked. It really like pulls, like it works. Like it's just, yeah, it feels effortless. You know what I mean?
I knew it was going to be good the day Jim was like, I accidentally sort of wrote pop punk guitar chords. And I was like, finally,
yeah,
it's my time.
Yes.
Yeah, if you listen to just my guitar from this song sped up, it's just a fucking pop punk song.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely one of my favorite parts of the song. It really like just, it like your genre is very hard to pin down. And while I was taking notes, I wrote down jangly ADD indie prog folk. Would that be
that's pretty good?
Somewhat
That
accurate.
Add it to the list.
Yeah,
we always have trouble.
Yeah.
When people ask us.
Yeah, I had to dig into several types of expressions to to get this down.
We were collecting them for a while.
Yeah.
Say to me again.
Jangly ADD infused indie prog folk. Yeah.
I was a big fan of psychedelic garage noise.
Psychedelic garage noise. That's pretty good.
Junk rock is
junk rock's good.
When did you start getting the garage labeling? Was there a certain like year that garage started popping up? I'm just curious.
Well, it was probably when we started practicing in Jim's garage.
Okay.
Yeah, we were practicing.
It literally was.
Garage.
Okay.
We didn't always garage.
Okay.
We were basement rock before.
Are you guys post garage now?
We went from basement
Moldy
to garage. Now
mold
we're
rock.
post-garage.
You're
Holy
post garage. Okay. Yeah.
Is anyone else hearing like an echo of the
shit.
audio?
I'm hearing a crazy
Yes.
echo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really now? Hold on. Let
That's-
me.
It sounds kind of cool.
Let's see where that's
It's cool,
coming
but
from.
disoriented.
I'm not hearing Brad's voice echoing though.
Me either. I wonder.
So wait,
if
what's
he's still sharing
what's
audio.
echoing from? Stop that.
You just mute us so you can't hear us.
Actually, it's fixed now.
Hey,
Is it? Is
and
it?
it
You
is.
did it.
Okay.
You did it.
This sounds
All
perfectly great.
right. Cool.
Oh,
Phenomenal. It was kind of cool for a minute. I thought it was
I-
just me, so I wasn't going to say anything.
I definitely
too.
did something.
Hell yeah.
and it did work.
And
we're
it did work.
Very proud of
And
it.
I'm
Very,
very
very
good at
proud
what
of
I'm
you.
doing with this
And you've
streaming
done it,
stuff,
too.
and I've done it.
Yep.
This next song we got for you is a little it's a little in between track. You know, you got a couple transitionary tracks in this album, which is, you know, a nice way to break things up. We have and not just and percent and.
Ampersand.
Yeah.
When I suggested this title, I love being pretentious enough to title a song Ampersand.
Yeah. And percent.
Yeah.
Pat's guitar just a wail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, did we record like a really, really long jam
Yeah,
of
we were-
us doing that thing? And that's
Yeah,
how
so
we
that
made some of
was-
these?
It's just it was like a 2-chord progression that I kept playing a lot, just like by myself, and then I realized that a lot of the songs ended in the same key or near that note. So I was like, oh, we could use this as like a linking thing on the album, and I just like had that thought in my head.
Yeah.
And then when after we recorded all the tracks, we recorded I think like a 20-25 minute long bunch of us just fucking around on those chords, and then we chopped it up and mixed
Yeah,
it.
and it's and Scrappy
Oh.
Doo, right?
And Scrappy Doo, because we were
We just kept saying Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the titling is.
It's
Yeah,
and
that's what
Scrappy
we're
Doo.
we were singing
Oh
it
my
to all
God.
the lyrics to all the melodies of the song.
I was looking at
Oh
all
yeah,
the
it was like
Shaggy.
fit in lyrics.
I was looking at all the titles and I'm like, there is a message here. I don't know what it is, but there is
And
a
Scrappy.
message in these
Yeah,
titles.
it's also Scrappy Doo.
and yeah,
Don't
and
forget
also,
about Scrappy Doo.
yeah,
And
yeah.
all
Justice
their little
for
buddies.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
I have
We
in my
learned about a
notes.
lot of
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
what? What, Alex?
I said we learned about a lot of different characters from
all the
Scooby Doo during this
Oh
album.
yeah.
we were
Oh
looking
yeah,
up his
okay.
family tree. He had
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of
There,
guys
yeah.
you don't remember from Scooby Doo's family.
He had a great great grandfather that fought for the South in the Civil War.
Whoa, what?
I don't remember what that
Oh,
guy's name was,
no.
but that
I think it was
might
just
have been-
Confederate Doo.
It could have been Confederate Doo.
Like the naming
Doo.
was never very clever.
My favorite is
Well, so everyone
McBaggy
understands it, you know.
Yeah, McBaggy Rogers was. We should have had one of the interstitials be called McBaggy
It should have been
Rogers
called McBaggy
and
Rogers.
McBaggy
Yeah.
Rogers.
That'll be on the
Rogers.
next album. You
Yeah,
can
keep your ears
Scooby-Doo
keep it going.
Concept album.
yeah.
Scooby
track
Doo
for each
family
long
tree.
lost family
There's-
member. Yeah.
Plenty to pull from in the for a
Every
Scooby-Doo concept
song is
album.
a member of Scooby's family tree.
Yep.
It'd be like 150
Yeah, Yeah.
tracks long.
double or
Doris
triple
Doo
album.
is, yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually watched a surprising amount of those variations when I was growing up. I was real obsessed when I was young, and there's like,
Here's the thing with Scooby Doo is that it was never good, but it was always on.
yeah, and it was always,
It's always good.
similar to what it's always been. So it's like
Yeah.
you knew it's like
It's
Star
just- You don't
Trek.
fuck with the formula. Yeah.
Yeah, you just you throw any Star Trek episode on, you're gonna get pretty much emotionally the same sort of thing.
Guys, the thing shows up, they're scared of it, then turns out it was the guy you thought it was the whole time.
Yeah. The guy in the first 5 minutes that looked kind of sketchy, it was that guy.
It
Yeah.
was him.
It was definitely him. Yeah, you weren't crazy.
You would have got away with it.
Yep, weren't for those
this
If it weren't for those
Fucking
meddling
fucking
kids, and
Yeah.
Scrappy Doo.
And Scrappy
and
Doo.
Scrappy Doo. Yeah. That's true. They just kind of threw him on the end. And Scrappy. Yeah.
He always sort of
Yeah.
pissed me off.
Yeah, well, he's
character.
horrible. He's a bad
He's-
little man.
He's a
He's
horrible
not-
little man.
He's
Yeah.
a horrible little man.
He's a weird little guy.
He's not as
Yeah.
cool as Scooby, but he thinks he's really got
Yeah.
a little big for his britches. That's
Isn't he the
Yeah.
bad guy in one of the movies?
Well, yeah, that's I
Oh, that
was
would
I was about to say.
The live
The
action.
live action one, he's the bad guy. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
saw the live action one because I assumed it would be terrible.
It's
Those
actually
are worth
phenomenal.
those are worth a watch. They're like a very like they're weird movies, but like
The casting is impeccable.
the
Every
casting
single
is great. Yeah.
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 Scrappy being the villain is a great twist. I actually love that.
Yeah.
I think he also like just
He's
like
kind
in
of
the
a
first
monster.
5 minutes, I think he pisses on Daphne and
Right.
makes a joke about marking his territory to Fred.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's like,
he's
oh,
like a bad
Misogynist Scrappy
guy. He's
dude.
yeah. They took all the hate that Scrappy Doo had and like ran with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give the fans what they want because I feel like none of the fans enjoyed Scrappy. So that
Yeah.
was a good
Yeah.
call.
It's like, why can he talk so clearly when Scooby can't talk very clearly? Like,
I feel like he's always
what's the
rubbing his
fucking
face
deal?
in it a little
yeah.
bit, rubbing his
Yeah.
nose in it, dog style.
Yeah. It's just not okay. This next track we got for you guys is a little track. You guys are gonna recognize this because you wrote it. This is G-I-G-O. Oh, I was gonna ask
I remember this one.
before we even listen to this, was this inspired by the Chapel Rowan Hot to Go? You know, there's a
I
trend of spelling
I don't know.
out
I don't
things.
know what that is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we named this song like 2 years before that one was released.
Yeah, almost
Okay.
definitely.
So
GIGO is is an acronym in computer programming that stands for garbage in, garbage out, which means if you put bad
Oh.
input into a program, you will receive bad input on the other side.
fucking of course. I all I could think of was good in, good out. I was like, it's not good in,
Basically,
good
yeah,
out,
yeah.
but I know it's something.
On.
All right.
You don't want to know what I thought it was. I don't know what.
Now we want to know. I really want
I
to
really
know.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just tease that. Come on.
Maybe after this clip. Here's GIGO. Any second now.
It's gonna be good.
My computer is mad.
You guys are gonna know what this sounds
Uh-oh. Don't
They'll be
crash.
happy about it.
Don't
They will be.
crash. Don't
It's not gonna crash.
Don't
It's
crash.
like.
Yeah. Garbage
Yeah.
in, garbage out.
That is maybe my favorite cat. What? Yeah. What did you think it was? Take it back to Alex. What did you think it was?
Goo goo in, goo goo out. Gaga, sorry, goo goo in, gaga out.
There
There we go.
out. I mean, that's pretty good.
I
That's
like
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could
We
still
can
be
say-
that. Yeah.
It could still
Nobody-
be that.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about acronyms. Like,
It's
you know,
they're in the
they're
eye of the
experimental.
beholder.
Yeah. Yeah. I relate to the lyrics in this track. Everybody's insane and out of control. And it's got the
But
titular
you.
line, "Squint your ears shut" in the
Yep.
lyrics for this one. So if you want to hear the
I
titular
already
line,
knew we were calling the album that, and then I shoehorned the line into the lyrics. well after
okay, all right,
Yeah,
that makes
do
sense. That's it. Yeah. What you're supposed to say is like 5 years ago in a dream, you heard, you thought "squint your ears," and it stuck
Hey,
with you.
speaking of squint your ears, does anybody else squint your ears? Because I picked the name based on a physical thing that I do all the
Huh.
time that I learned from a Reddit community based on doing the thing that is a thing most people don't do.
Is it
Well, like,
tinnitus
I
related?
don't know if I.
Not tonight, it's related. It's
Jim, like
just
when
you
stuff
can
is too loud and you can kind of move your ears
kinda
weird.
squint your ears
Or-
about it.
yeah.
Is it when something's
Yeah.
not loud enough and you're squint? Because I'm thinking of your eyes, you're squinting to see your eyes, and you're like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I
I
might
squint
squint
my
at
eyes.
bright
I like
light though. Yeah.
So
But,
so you're
yeah.
squinting because you're trying to get more fidelity. You're trying to like.
It's like
hear-
you're
hear
overwhelmed
more?
and trying to zoom in on a thing.
It's sort of
Yeah.
an unconscious response that I have whenever I'm listening to music or like loud stuff at a show, especially, and then I like noticed I was doing it at some point.
I'm like trying
like,
to
oh,
do
I've
it,
kinda been
and I feel crazy.
It's almost like if you yawn and you hear like that like rumbling in your ears, and you can sort of make that sound happen without yawn. Yeah.
I have to like make a face to like do
you
what
gotta
I
make
think.
a
Do what I
face.
think is
Doing it right
what
now.
you're saying.
I'm doing it right now. Look at me.
I'm doing it
right now.
Oh,
You're doing it right. Okay, so you don't have to.
And it's
Okay, interesting. Oh man, you're
It's the
you're
thing
wrinkling
that-
my brain.
the thing that I assumed was normal, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's a weird thing I'm doing, and now I'm just trying to figure out who else is doing this.
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
how I found out I had synesthesia when somebody said something about like music keys not having colors, and I was like, "What do you mean?"
I didn't even know you had synesthesia. Never.
I don't have it that hard, but like D major is very red, and you're not going to talk me out of that.
Huh? Is
Yeah,
wait?
I made a music color wheel one time. I'll email it to you and see
I
if
would
you
like to see
agree.
that.
I wonder if that's
Like-
something that people that both also have synesthesia share. Like if it's the same color.
No,
or
I've talked
anything.
to other people. No one
Okay.
agrees.
Different colors.
We'll get mad about it. Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, "What the
Every
fuck
time.
are you talking about? F major's like kind of a pale mint green. Like they're like it's midnight blue, stupid." And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's a conversation I'd love to be privy to. Honestly, like
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I found out because I have another weird one where it's like how I organize time in my head.
Okay.
And I read a description of it being like, oh yeah, this is a thing only people with synesthesia do. And I was like, what do you mean? Not everybody thinks of like time in a kind of a physical way around your head when you're thinking of the future versus the past. Or I don't know. There's a whole thing.
You have like a beautiful mind thing going on around you all the time.
Yeah, just like that.
That's gotta make it hard
like-
walking around.
Like
and
less
stuff.
useful, like because I don't know how to do math.
Yeah, the math part is a problem.
You see the math though, it's just you don't understand what it is.
Yeah, like, what the
It's-
hell
it's
is all
floating
this?
around you, but it's just like, what are these equations?
You know, why are there letters, man?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Letters
numbers.
don't spell anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fuck is this? We're learning a lot of stuff on this episode of the podcast.
We're fonts of knowledge.
I'm gonna have to reach out to my doctor or therapist maybe and ask him some questions. Be like, how does the human body work? What?
Loop them in on a group text because I bet your doctor and therapist.
Get them in
have a
here.
lot-
Get them in here
That's
right
true.
now.
I
Get
could-
them in the
Right now,
the stream.
There is room. I'll have to see if they're available. Why don't we hear a quick song though while we do that? Here's
While you get them on there.
Here's
Oh wait,
phone.
before you do that, one thing about
Yes.
garbage in, garbage out is I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
wrote more possible guitar parts for that song than I did for the rest of the album. It was like
okay.
while we were learning it, like before we
That was
went to
the last
record it.
song we did for the album. That was the last song that we wrote together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and we wrote it like a few months before we went to record. And every single practice I had a different guitar part because I was like, I don't like any of these.
I
And
remember I played this back for you, like the mix of the thing. You were like, "Fuck, my guitar like completely breaks the rhythm of the song."
Yeah, I hate my guitar part in this song, but everyone
This
else
is my-
likes it.
Oh,
love it
it's
so
great. What are you talking about? It's perfect. Like
Yeah.
I think we came up with it was a practice where everybody else couldn't make it, and it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And it made maybe a little more sense when it was just me playing my riff and you playing that riff. And we're like, oh, this sounds so fucking cool. But then when you hear it in the context of the song, it's like, it's just crazy. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
very chaotic.
if I listen too closely to it, it makes the rest of the song sound scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is definitely
I
one of
like
those songs you can like focus in. You can squint your ears at different parts and and catch and pick them up, you know. Yeah, I think it you guys landed it. This is the part of the album where I wrote down prog and added that to the
That adds up.
genre pieces. Yeah. And and I was gonna say though too, it kind of invokes like, you know, early 80s like new wave a little bit. The just approach to it, I guess, the approach to songwriting reminds me of like Talking Heads or Devo, where they're, you know, kind of fucking with the formula that had been, you know, prevalent for so long.
Those guys are two big influences on me personally, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going for with that lick. I was
Yeah.
like, I kind of
Yeah.
want to do one of those like no wave dancey sort of disco things with
Mm.
the little like
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
enough of that, but also enough of like, you know, newer styles and style, like millennial styles, that it's different. You know what I mean? It stands on its own and is not just like a rehash of that. You know,
We're essentially like a millennial core band.
I think we're the
millennial core.
songbirds of our generation.
Yeah, we're the songbirds of our generation for sure.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
I would agree. Well, this next track we got for you guys is "Phone Home." Maybe if I just double click it again. All right.
Yeah, you got your phone. Yeah, you got your home phone. Yeah, you got your phone.
Hell yeah.
That's what's playing at the Walkman sample in the very first song.
Oh, the Walkman sample is Rent, I think.
Isn't it? I thought it was part of that one.
No,
But now
I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure.
Rent.
Now you might be right. Yeah, I think I'm getting confused because they both got the banjo.
We both got the banjo, but we recorded them both outside.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, we did record this one outside.
Yeah, we recorded this one outside in a group with a Zoom
Ah.
recorder. We didn't want to move the whole recording setup outside.
Okay. So
And obviously
okay.
there are a lot of other
I think we did Rent like that too.
We did Rent like that.
Yeah,
too,
we recorded them both outside.
That's
Yeah.
probably why this one gives me very just Elephant Six vibes, you know, as far as the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of the blown out like bass, you know, in the track. Like, you know, you hear
I had
that
so much
in
fun. That was an overdub where I was just like, I tried tuning the bass down
yeah.
way too low, and it couldn't hit the note.
Okay.
Like by the time it
Okay.
got close to the note, it just would flop.
It's just like
But then I just cranked up the distortion. I thought it sounded so cool. wailed on it. And Pat fucking killed it with insane drum samples. Like this.
Yeah, I did
I think this is my
two
favorite on the album because
electric drum. I'm getting the echoes again, so it's hard to talk.
yeah,
Oh
me
shit,
too.
sorry.
It's like-
Hopefully that
I think you
wait,
sent
hold
3.
on. Wait, let me take the share screen off quick. Did that
How's
change
that
anything?
sound?
There it is.
That's great.
Okay,
better.
so I'll just share screen again when we have the next
Yeah.
clip. All right.
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
do that.
But
for
yeah, I
now.
think
And I can
Jim,
see
you might
you
be
guys
right. It might
so
have
much
been
better. Holy shit.
it might have been 3 different electronic drum tracks.
Yeah, you sent 3
But
drum tracks.
I played them all live. I didn't program anything. I was just sitting there
Yeah.
hitting stuff. And then also it's a chorus pedal where it's got a stereo out and the right out is going into a equalizer pedal that's then going to the input of the chorus pedal, and the left was going into the mixer. So it's just feeding back into itself. And as I do the sliders on the EQ, it was making different horrible noises.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
was perfect. When I asked you to do it, that was like you nailed exactly what I had in mind.
We did it.
I think that's why it's maybe my favorite track on the album because it's so infrequent that
Yeah.
in your head you're like, "This is how I want the thing to sound," and it just came out fucking exactly perfect.
And that's that. Yeah,
You
that
love to see
doesn't
it.
usually happen. Yeah, that's something
Yeah.
that usually like you have to pine for a sound like that. You know.
Also, that's not what I had in mind when I wrote the riff of the song. I was just like, "Oh yeah, we'll just do like a banjo thing. We'll record it." But once it was recorded, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's got to be this." It
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
happened.
really just slots in. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the one? It was either that or Rent that Alex was playing the little slidey.
That was
call it?
the automaton.
Yeah.
That one was on Rent. On this one, Alex played the tree
Oh, that's
with
right.
the drumstick.
Yeah.
Okay. the
And
tree.
also, we overdubbed some the congas on it.
Was I playing ukulele? One of them I played
You were
ukulele.
playing ukulele.
Yeah.
Ben was playing acoustic guitar.
That's right.
Yeah. And I was on the banjo, and Silas was on the melodica.
Yes. Okay,
Yep.
cool. It's hard to keep track of all of them because we all played like 80 things.
Yeah, it took me like when I sat down to write the liner notes, it took me a little while to figure out who did what.
Right. So wait, do you multiples of you know like the mandolin and banjo too? Like
I have a
Well,
mandolin, yeah.
Yeah,
I did mandolin
like-
on which
mandolin on the Phil Spector song.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Phil Spector. Anyway, there we go.
That's how I know I'm not as serious of a musician. It's because I think of a mandolin or a banjo, and I'm like, but I know these chords.
A
How would
banjo is the
I?
easiest in the world. I put the banjo on the album, and it is the easiest because it's just the top 4 strings of the
Oh,
guitar.
really? Okay. I mean,
But
I'm
it's
probably
even easier
overthinking it then.
because you can bar a chord anywhere.
Okay.
Mandolin's tuned the same as a violin. I don't know if that helps, but it's
Okay.
also only 4 strings, so relearning all the chords was pretty quick.
Okay.
There's a mandolin. Oh, you were on ukulele on this one because
On
they're
that
just
one, I don't know how to play ukulele. I don't know if it was tuned correctly. I was just kind of. I found like 8 notes that sounded good and was going around
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All the
that's
acoustic
fucking-
instruments get a little lost in the sauce because this one gets so fucking noisy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one is, it's a vibe, and it adds to the whole, soundscape of the rest of the album. Really
Yeah.
nice.
And then to that note, when the song ends and then you just hear the crackling fire, that was 100% live. As we recorded it, we ended playing, and they had Renee and Dan, who we were staying with, had lit a fire around back of the house, and it went dead silent, and we could just hear the crackling of the fire.
Oh,
And
man.
so I just left it in because
Yeah.
it felt perfect. I didn't cut anything there. That was just exactly how it happened.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. We're gonna get on to another track though, just because I'm
gotta
having
move
trouble figuring out how much time I've spent because I don't have like a clock timer thing.
I
that I
think
usually
since
do.
we figured out the technical difficulties, it's been about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
All
right.
All right. That sounds about right. We'll do 2 more clips here, and then we'll take a quick break. Right in the middle of the album, we got Scrappy. I just grabbed a little 15-second snippet of this one.
It's a
Pause. Here we go.
Was making the guitar sound like a ghost a lot that weekend.
Yeah, you got real ghosty. I think that was
Mm.
you were deep in Boomer Town at that point.
Oh yeah, I was lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
So
no.
what if I
That was at
turn?
the end of the night.
Yeah, what if I turn every delay pedal on at once?
Traveling to
Yeah.
past live.
Yeah. I was going to ask, are you guys going to? I mean, I know it's probably hard for you to do this, but I mean, do you guys plan on doing any shows in either LA or back in was Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
Sorry,
No plans.
sorry. You guys from Massachusetts? Is that where you're from?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts and
Okay.
Taxifornia.
And Taxifornia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly
Yeah.
taxed band.
Yeah.
We can't get away from taxes. We love
We're really
that. So much.
contributing to the common good.
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Devious.
We're single-handedly holding up social safety net.
Both coasts.
Both coasts.
Coast to coast.
Yeah, we haven't tried.
It.
We haven't figured out. I've been playing like acoustic shows out here.
Hmm.
Me and Alex have talked about maybe trying to find like somebody we know out here who plays bass, so we could do some maybe small version of a live band.
Yeah.
But the logistics of getting everybody on one side of the country
Hmm.
And all the gear.
Yeah.
and all the gear. Like if we visited Massachusetts, we could do it. But anytime we visit Massachusetts, it's like we have to go to a wedding or like something else.
Yeah. It sounds like it would take a lot of planning, a lot more than
A lot of planning.
it maybe used
We'll
to.
figure
Somebody
something
could pay us a lot of money.
Yeah.
If somebody
yeah.
wants to pay us a big heaping helping of money, boy, we'll do it.
Cash.
Yeah, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna be talking to a venue in my town, being like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I know this
we'll
band.
come play that. That'll be our
How
one
much
reunion.
how much
show.
money do I
We'll
have to
come
give
play
you to
Both coasts meet in the
invite
middle.
these guys?
Yeah.
Middle Coast. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what? We bring people together. Like,
We are getting the echo again.
Yeah.
Because we're
all right, I'm gonna
But-
stop. I'm gonna stop sharing and then start sharing
Yeah.
again because we have one more clip to listen to.
yeah, there's not that much to say about this
Before-
song. It's just one of those.
It's scrappy.
Yeah, lyrics
more
wise,
more the and.
lyrics wise,
scrappy,
not a
it's
whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat's guitar sounds cool.
Spooky.
And then on the
about it.
break, I'm going to close a lot of tabs
I bet
in
that'll
my-
help.
in my Chrome windows. All right. I'm sharing again, and here is a little bit of someone else's song.
Song with the title that's too long in comparison to the rest of the album. But
By singing someone else's song. I've been singing someone else's song for so long. I've been singing.
yep.
Goddamn,
Oh yeah,
that song fucks. I love that song
That's the
so
one that-
much.
that's the one that if we released it in 1992, we could have been one-hit wonders.
Dude,
Yeah,
right?
we would've
That's what
We
I'm
could have been
saying.
opening for the Gin Blossoms,
Yeah.
playing county fairs, real depressing now. It could have been so cool. Real Eve 6 shit.
It's
Oh yeah. But the problem is none of the bands that I was subconsciously ripping off would have existed yet. So I wouldn't have been able to write the song.
It's a real,
interesting.
go back in
Yeah.
time, kill your
Time
own grandfather
traveler.
kind of paradox.
Yeah, definitely.
That song literally we called it Pile Song when we were working on it because of that riff that was in the clip that you just played. Because
Okay.
it's a very Pile riff.
Right.
And
yeah.
I write riffs like that all the time where I'm like, oh, this is cool. It sounds exactly like this other band. I won't use it. But then I was like, I really like this. So I decided to just take all of those riffs and smush them together into one song.
Yeah.
So this is all the riffs that I thought were too
Oh, so
unoriginal
someone
to
else's
make
song.
That's
Yeah.
I sort of yeah. Isn't that
Okay.
fun?
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
classic
double
predicament.
meaning there. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a double meaning.
That's fun. I like it when songs
Yeah.
do that.
That's very infrequently that I come up with a title for a song and then write the lyrics backwards. But this time I did do that.
Yeah. Well, this one is just like it is so like it goes through. It's well, first of all, the longest track. It goes through so many movements and kind of feelings and emotions. I think. And
I don't think any parts. I think this is one of the songs where no parts repeat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
that's true.
That's what I really appreciate about it is it's not, it's a song that would work as a single, but it's not a verse chorus situation,
Yeah.
Which I always appreciate.
Again, not intentional. Just like it's like I all these riffs that I was gonna throw away, and then I'm like, oh, this fits with this. It's in the same key, and then that goes there, and then oops, I played this one. Oops, I played this one a half step up, but it sounds cooler that way. So now I have to figure out how to migrate the song.
Yeah. Oops, I
into
recorded
that
this
key.
with my band and put it out on an album.
Oops.
Yeah. But I think it's also really relatable. The lyrics are really good. I mean, it's something, everyone can relate to feeling like an imposter sometimes, or, not, feeling authentic maybe, so I like your lyrics because they're like brief, but they're, they're to the point too. You know what I mean? Like I know.
Jimm will cut to the core.
I hate writing them, so I try to make them as I don't know, not annoying to me as possible.
Yeah. But I think that it lends itself to like a really a powerful mixing for the vocals because like you aren't you're not going to be one of those singers that just puts yourself up in front of everyone else, even though like it doesn't need to be. Like there's plenty of people that like
the attention. For a long time, I tried to get the band to let me stand in the back while everyone else is in front, and nobody thought that was a good idea.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. You're right, but
yeah.
It's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. I feel like you'd have to earn that over years of touring and like being in the front of the stage.
Well, and also just every single time we play, you set up a little farther back and then slowly gaslight us into being like, "This is where I always am."
This is where I've been.
Fun.
Yeah.
I liked it better for a while especially when we would play in smaller venues. I would be all the way to one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that. That was a fun setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Silas should be front and center.
I love Silas front and center.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, that's
Speaking of, there's a great moment. there's a great moment in this song where I recorded a lot of the backing vocals myself, and then there were some parts where I wanted everybody's voice, so I had everybody record stuff.
Yeah.
And there were other parts where we're like, it's been 2 years, I'll just do it, so it's done.
Mhm.
But there's a moment in this song where Silas, while he was mixing it, recorded some. I sing backing vocals like the 2-part harmony at the beginning.
Yeah.
Most of the vocals in this song are me. But there's a moment where Silas added some, and he sounds exactly like me, and I was like blown away. That you can't tell that it's his voice in there.
That's
He's a
really
chameleon.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, a little kind of Beach Boys-esque moment, probably.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, because that's the magic. That's awesome, man.
Well, he sent me the mix, and I was like, I don't think I sang anything here. I was like, did you do that? He was like, yeah, oh yeah.
Hell yeah. You guys have just been working together like long enough, like that you're just completing it. That's great.
We're in sync.
Well, with that, we're gonna take a quick break, guys. I gotta use the restroom. This live stream
Let's do
stuff
it.
is
Yeah.
brutal.
Pee break.
But we'll be right back for the second half of Inspector 34's Squint Your Ears. Welcome
On air,
back.
yeah.
What?
That is cool. It does say.
Awesome. All right. Good. We know that we are on air. I'm going to close this whole... Oh, wait, actually, I need that window.
Peek behind the curtain for all of you viewers at home. We
Yeah.
didn't know if we were on air.
We were scared.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows around here, man? Let me... oh, you know what? I'm going to drag your video a little bit to the right here. This is stuff
I
that
like where I was.
you can see if you're watching on the live stream. We're going to be doing it. A lot of times we're going to be doing the live streams on Thursdays around 7:30 p.m. But for this one, we are doing it on Sunday. And
Thanks for
for
making
guests,
that
we
for
will.
us.
Well, thank you. Well, of course, you guys rock. And
Thursday's tough for me and Pat.
yeah,
especially.
We play Dungeons and Dragons on the
We play
internet a lot
Dungeons
on
and
Thursdays.
Okay.
Or Starfinder or Cyberpunk, depending
You
on.
play
Dude.
Cyberpunk. I play Starfinder.
I fell
wanna do
off the
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk game. It's been a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do
It seems
Starfighter
fun.
so bad.
It's an arcane. There's so many rules to learn.
It's
not
very
an arcane system,
terrifying.
but it's a big thing. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I stopped playing because I missed a bunch of sessions, and I don't know how to level my guy up to the degree I need to.
Ah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That can be tough. Well,
Yeah.
you're listening to the Album Concept Hour. This is we're on the second half of the podcast
Dungeon Concept Hour.
with Inspector 34. At least two members of Inspector 34 now. Alex Head to Jet. We have Pat. I don't
Jet.
even know if
You
I
might
actually
pop it.
introduced you guys by name. Did I?
Oh, maybe not.
This is Jim.
They don't want to know our names.
Jim-
They're here for the
oh,
music.
Jim.
They're here for the
No,
music.
hold on. Which
The
way do I?
rock.
Yeah. Well, Jim's
don't
that way, and Pat's this way.
Really, for me, Jim's this way and you're that way.
Pat's
Yeah.
here and Brad's here.
No way.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, wait. That's correct for me. So yeah, I guess it's
Oh, cool.
giving
And
you
I
giving you-
was right.
yeah,
Ah,
we're both
damn
right,
it.
but not you, Pat. Sorry, you missed this one.
Damn it.
I know
Sorry, bro.
you have always wanted to be right on a live stream, but we can't do it today, guy.
I've never done it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Oh, well.
But yeah, we are discussing Inspector 34's new album, Squint Your Ears. Just
It's
came out, fresh off the
actually-
presses.
we're one-
Presses.
1 day away from it being 1 month since it came out. Since the
Okay.
first
Cool.
Okay. Nice.
1 month tomorrow.
That's
Just
exciting.
a little baby.
Just a little
Little
baby
baby.
album. Just a little. It's still got time to grow. You know,
It did gestate for like 2 years. So
It had a long
that's true.
gestation.
It might be.
yeah,
a-
it was
big
born
baby.
a toddler.
yeah.
So it's
A terrifying
Or-
like.
very slowly now that it's out in the world.
Yeah. In 10 years, this is going to be all over the radio.
Yeah, in 10 years it's going to be a hot new album.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You'll be rediscovered by Gen. What's C in the alpha? Gen C.
Alpha,
I don't know.
Beta.
Gamma.
Gen
something.
Cat or something. I don't know. But they're going to be
Yeah,
a new
it's
gen.
Oh, Charlie. It might be Charlie if they're doing what is it?
Military?
Like airplane. Yeah, military
They're
code.
doing like Vietnam.
Well, they will
Well, it's,
be
you know,
they will
Alpha,
be
Bravo,
experiencing
Charlie.
endless
yeah.
war at that point. So perhaps
is-
it will
is-
just be
It'll
Is
be the
Bravo
Water
the new
Wars.
generation?
Right,
Is that what they're
right.
calling it?
It's Gen Alpha.
it's alpha.
It's
yeah,
Alpha
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Is
If
after-
they move
after
on
Z,
to
it's A.
Bravo,
Beta is definitely
that
not
would be
taking beta
so
though.
funny.
Like they're gonna change.
No,
They're
they
gonna
don't want
readjust
I'll go Bravo.
after.
Bravo's good,
yeah.
but then
Gen Bravo's
they're
pretty cool.
They're committing to a
Yes.
Generation
a paradigm,
Charlie.
yeah.
Yeah. Generation Delta. Generation Delta is pretty good. That's got
That's
some
not bad.
Delta's
kind
Yeah.
of ring
alright.
to it. Yeah. And then by the time you
Once you
get to
get
the
to-
end of the alphabet, it doesn't really matter anymore what it was before because like no
Well,
one's
everyone will be
alive
dead.
to
Yeah, everyone will
remember
be.
it.
I mean, that's what they thought about Generation Z was that we'd all be toast by now, and now they're just having to come up ad hoc with bad solutions.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All those previous Gen Zers out there just making a ruckus from 1,000 years ago or whatever the fuck. But we're gonna try to. So we had a few technical difficulties in the first half with music coming through. We're gonna try to. I've closed some things down. Hopefully, there's some less. Computer is still overloaded, but we're gonna move through it. But what's up, Jim?
I said it is working.
It's working, and that's
Hey, some days I'm
all we can
overloaded
ask.
too.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah.
Job done.
That sounds like me at work.
We got to have some grace for my computer,
Yeah.
All right. Well, this track is going to be bread.
Bread.
And for
I enjoyed that little
that
little bit.
That was my favorite song ever to write because we would just play it for like 48 minutes at a time and then be like,
Wait,
I guess band practice is over then.
That one is also fun fact for anyone who doesn't own the vinyl. That's
very fun.
Is the end of side A,
Oh,
And also the
okay,
beginning of
okay.
side B.
and also the beginning of side B, which we thought was so goddamn funny.
I think that was me and Jim. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about how grating it is, and,
Yeah.
and it was going to be. He
How
was
it
like, "Oh,
goes
should we
on
have
for
it?"
way too long?
Yeah, and we were trying to figure out whether to have it end side A or start side B. And I was like, we should split it so people have to listen to it and be like, "Thank God that fucking song's over." And then they flip it, and it just hits them right back into it.
Oh, it makes me laugh every time. It's so good.
That is really fucking funny. I really want the vinyl, and I want to like play it in like a do like a game night, play the first half of the vinyl, and then just see whatever. Yeah. Oh my god. I've never encountered that kind of like joke on an album either too. So like I don't know if it's the first time anyone's done it, but that's
It can't be.
My favorite vinyl joke is Ben had a record that we used to when we did a radio show together.
Mhm.
I forget what fucking band it was, but Ben had a record where one of the sides played from the inside out, and so
Okay.
you'd put the needle
okay.
at the edge of the record to play it, and it would just go ha ha fuck you, and then the needle would fall off the record.
There's another real good like goof up with fucking around with like the physical aspect of a record with the grooves. I think it's a
Yeah.
Monty Python record.
Okay.
Where
they would.
one side is it has two lead-ins. So
the
there's
grooves in parallel.
there's two sides on it basically where like let's say if you're it's like a circle, right? The record, like if you
Yeah.
start it over here, it'll catch one lead-in groove and follow that path. But if you
Yeah.
start it on this side, it'll catch the other lead-in groove and they kind of overlap with one another. So each of them
Yeah.
is half the length of a normal record would be. But the bit was, the first time you listen to it, you're going to get one. And then maybe you'll get that one the next time. But
Maybe not.
eventually
Maybe
you're going to
not,
listen to it
yeah.
and be like, what the fuck? Wait, this isn't. I listened to this before. That's not what this is supposed to be. And then
Wow.
you'll start it again and maybe hit the other one and be like, no, what the hell's going on?
Oh wow.
Which is an incredibly fucking Monty Python thing to do.
Alex had a horse racing game, an old horse racing game that was vinyl based. It's like you're supposed to be betting on horses.
Oh, I
And
remember this.
And the
In the
record was
vinyl.
a series of grooves like that. So every time you put it on, it would be like a randomized result of the horse race. And you're listening to the guy go, and here comes Daddy's little baby coming up. And in the rear, yeah. But
What
it
the
was a
fuck?
different race every time. And there were like a bunch of them on the record.
Brilliant
idea.
that technology, that's kind of news to me. I did not realize that you could do that with a
Yeah, you can get
record.
real weird
All
with it.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We should try to get weird with the next record if we do another one.
I wish we could have done
Yeah.
a lock groove on the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
groove
lock
would've
grooves are fun. Yeah. Is that extra at the record
It's
shop
got it.
plant?
It's got to be extra, and then I feel like it's got to be weird to actually, like, you need to write the entire record, figure out how long it is on the end of side B.
Yeah.
And then figure out, like, if I'm making a lock groove, I have this much time.
Yeah.
And then you got to divide that up to make it loop right. And then you got to write and record. Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
There's a lot of math involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we don't do no math.
Yeah, no math.
No,
No,
we don't math these.
no mathies over here.
I don't want to add them up. I don't want to subtract.
No, why would you?
Yeah, let them be.
I want
They're
to.
fine.
I want to go live in the circus. That's what I want to do.
Ooh, let's go.
Here's the circus.
I think it's time to get out. Maybe go look outside.
God
Pat's,
damn.
That's Pat doing the screamo breakdown there.
I forced a screamo part into the song
Yes.
the chords Jimm wrote.
I was
kinda-
hoping
I
that was
like,
you.
Yeah, I made that, like, it wasn't supposed to be that way. I was like, I'm gonna play this in the middle, and you should let me yell stuff. And Jimm was like, I guess that's all right.
It was perfect.
Well, because you were on the
Fucking-
brand
you
new
did-
episode.
And then dropped the mic, and your voice was completely shot.
Yeah, I was doing the kitten core screams.
Oh,
by
from, like, the
end, just
throat?
like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not from the diaphragm or whatever. Like
No, I was doing it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
The only way to do it.
The only
Man,
way to do it.
man, it's perfect because, like, especially having had you on the brand new episode, which is like post hardcore. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
there's like a little post hardcore moment for a second, you know? Yeah. And then it went back
And
into
then
the happy, like, go lucky, like, circusy, vibe. Like, I love that you weave into that post hardcore section and then back into the happy stuff. It's perfect.
Really, it worked out way better than I could have planned.
The outro after the screamy part, when it goes back to the noodles, I think I recorded 3 different noodly guitar parts there.
You have a lot of guitar parts,
but I
going on.
didn't listen to anything I had recorded previously when I was doing. There's a song by the Dirty Projectors off the album Glad Fact. I think it's called My White Flag. And there's a part in the middle where there's hard panned guitars in each earphone, and they're sort of playing the same melody, but not really. And it sort of syncs up sometimes and mostly doesn't. And I was like, I want to rip that off. That's what I'm stealing.
I actually remember you bringing that up.
Yeah, I
when we
showed
were
you the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody go listen to that Dirty Projectors album. It rules.
Yeah, that's at some point probably on Patreon I'll upload if not stems, then just like some more simple mix downs of the album, because your guitars, I recorded way too many harmonies at the end there because I couldn't land on one that I liked, so I just kept layering them.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But I think your guitars get a little buried in there, so it'd be cool for people to be able to hear.
Yeah, release the stems so people can just do remixes. And
That
by
would
people,
be
I mean
cool.
me.
Yeah, I would do that.
Would be amazing. Just all of them together as one track would be fantastic to listen to.
Yeah,
terrifying, probably.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying.
Just a bunch of clowns fighting.
Hell yeah!
This song also is great because Alex did have to step out because she had a pre-existing Zoom call commitment. She's still in the other room.
Yeah,
but she's on a different Zoom call. But she wanted to say she was bummed that she had to go before we got to this song, because this is her favorite one on the album. It's a fun song. It seems to be everybody's favorite song on the album. And I wish I could have predicted that because I would have put it out as a single instead of not doing
I
that.
don't-
I know.
I don't know what my favorite is.
Everyone keeps telling me how much they like this song.
Second single.
Mine's
Well, I mean,
definitely someone else's song. I'll be upfront about that. That's like that one really, really hits for me.
I don't know what
Banger.
for which people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
Yeah,
that's
I'll
probably a good
hold-
sign, though. I mean, that different people are getting different things out of it. You know.
Let's.
Yeah, I'll figure
know
out what
speak-
my favorite song is by the end. I don't know yet.
Yeah, you'll have gotten there.
Mhm.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
At the end
yeah.
of this song, also, if you listen close, you can hear Alex go, "That was bad." At the end.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard that. I'll have to. That's great.
it's fun leaving those in.
Yeah, for the ending of it, where like this was like in the moment, we never practiced it like this, but I was like, oh, what if we like slow down as we're doing it, and then speed back up as it picks back up?
Yeah, that was harrowing.
Yeah, it was hard to do, but
Yeah.
it came out. But we're like, let's try it, and then we did one, and she goes, "That was bad. Let's not.
Let's
but
never
that's
do
what-
this
that's
again.
what makes it good."
It's
Yeah,
going on the album.
It's fun. It's fun snipping in the little banter
Yeah.
you catch when you're recording.
Yeah.
I used to be in a different band called the Fucking Cops, and
that's
the
right.
cops were great.
But one of our songs we had a lead in that was the guitarist Chris was saying something about like it's just like every time we write a new song, it's the best song we ever wrote. Oh, except this one, it fucking sucks, and then just right into the song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, studio magic.
We have
Studio
a
magic.
we have a band from these parts. I don't think they play anymore, but their stage banter is just legendary. Like they play like, grindcore, but so it's like
Spectacular.
just really, fast 30-second things, just
That might know
explosive.
who they are.
Yeah, just the banter between them is amazing. I always forget the name of them though.
Banter was too memorable. Drove every other thought of the band out.
Damn it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know a little later if I can remember it. But
I know
you
a
would
few
be
bands from
right
that
up.
area, but I can't think of any from Wisconsin. Like I know like Organ Theft is from that part of the country, but I don't think they're from Wisconsin. I think it might be more like Illinois.
General
Yeah, we have a
Midwest.
lot of grindcore, like, variations of metal and,
Yeah.
every kind of punk
Oh.
tradition you can think of in Madison. They just never get recognition outside of the city, which sucks. But, what are you
I
gonna do?
think that's just the way.
Yeah, why don't we get on to this next track though? This next track has a music video, which
Yeah.
includes director. What is her name again?
Oh, Athena, she's great. This is the
Yeah.
person that I met. I think the last time I was on the show, I talked about I was still doing my Channel 101 show.
Yeah, right.
Show. Athena is a person who I met out here from doing Channel 101, and they're fantastic. And they've done a couple of Channel 101 shows. And I said, "Hey, you want to do a music video? We don't have any money, but you can do whatever you want." And they said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, sure."
This is the one with the PS1 graphics, right?
No, this is
this
the
is the
one
one with
where
the
just
close up.
Athena sort of-
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
With the overlay.
Yeah.
Which one got the PS1 graphics?
someone else's song got the PS1.
That's
graphics.
right.
That was
one's
a
banger,
fun
too.
one. That one's a fun one.
That
Yeah.
one, I do want to give a shout out to we're past the moment, but
Yeah.
Bob White is an amazing animator from Boston.
Mhm.
He's a 70-something-year-old man who I believe is a professor of like CG graphics at some college
Wow.
out there. But
All right.
I met him because he would submit films to Weird Local Film Fest, which is a film festival that Alex used to help run in
Yeah.
Boston. And he just makes shit like that, and it's so crazy and bizarre.
Yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, wouldn't it be cool? I was like, we should ask Bob White if he'll do a music video. And Alex messaged him and said, would you want to do a video? Here's the song. And he messaged back the next day and said, here you go.
Here you go.
It was finished. And that was
Oh
it.
my god.
And
What? What
Yeah,
kind of
he's amazing.
What kind of production skills are necessary for that kind of power? Like that's
Like, it might be just
Wizard.
something he was already working on and had lying around, but I like to think that he put it together in that one.
Well, because it feels
He cracked a Mountain
intentional.
Dew Code Red and was like, "Let's cook."
Let's cook.
It stinks up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah, he's fantastic.
That's
and
phenomenal.
We thank him so much for doing it. And the
Well,
team is fantastic, and we thank them for
Yeah.
doing
Hell yeah.
yeah.
video for this.
Here is a little bit of that anyway. I'm definitely
I'm happy
hearing
you
that.
played that clip because I wanted to point out I ripped off the vocal melody to "Don't Worry Baby" by the Beach Boys for my guitar part in there.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry, baby.
Nice.
Our working title for this was Phil Spector's song because it just has that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
I ripped that off. I ripped
You
off
got Be My Baby in it as
Be
well.
My Baby's in there too.
Yeah.
And I did a couple others. I just kept I lifted a bunch of vocal melodies from like Phil Spector girl band songs.
Yeah.
I like that
That's the
this
move.
interview is a lot of confessions from you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
it turns out
yeah,
we ripped
this is
everybody
really so.
off.
This song's a rip off of this, and this song
Yeah.
over here. This is a rip off of that.
Any band that doesn't tell you every single song they wrote's a rip off of something else is a liar.
That's true.
When
That's
I
true.
first,
Yeah, yeah.
like probably 10 or 50, probably like 15 years ago when I first made an Inspector 34 like thing online. I think I made a
Yeah.
Facebook page in like a fucking Reverb Nation or some shit.
Of course, as
But
one does.
the bio was just, I'm pretty sure you can tell what I was listening to at the time based on listening to the song.
Yeah. I used to be in a pop punk band, and that was a regular occurrence when we were trying to write songs. Oh my god.
There's only so many riffs you can do in drop D, you know?
Yeah, only so many power chords, like
Yep.
it's just yeah. But
This
no,
song,
I
Yeah,
this
that
is my
one's got
favorite guitar tone of Pat's. I think, especially like in the first verse, right before the clip that you played.
mhm.
Your guitar,
jangly.
it's a jangly, and I split your two amps left and right, and so it just like it makes me very happy the way it sounds. Like it sounds a little underwater and just kind of insane.
Yeah.
We
And
overdubbed a ton of stuff in this one too to get real Phil Spector-y wall of sound with it. That one's got I'm doing like chop mandolin, yeah. Just doing the
Silas added the tambourine.
Yeah. Is there
Silas
something?
also did Silas is doing the lead vocal in the first verse, which again is before the clip. He does the low notes because I recorded.
Okay.
Like I wrote the
I was
lyrics
gonna
and
ask
recorded-
that.
I wrote the lyrics and recorded the scratch vocal, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just doing Silas right now." Silas should do this.
And the intro to this one has a Walkman sample as well to kind of give it the old timey radio sound.
But the Walkman, the take that you recorded of us doing in the Walkman, I think it was just me and Alex playing, and I was playing in the wrong key, so I had to tune it up to get it to match. So that's why it sounds crazy.
That's that old school studio magic. Oh, I played in the wrong key. Speed the tape up.
It's all it has to be.
Most of the like in movies and in music, like it so many times it's a mistake that creates something like magical, and it's just that's just the way creating is, I guess. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes though it's just, hey, that's cool. Let's use that.
It just sort of happens that way.
Yeah.
If you repeat the mistake every 4 times, it's not a mistake.
Oh, that's what they told me in music school for playing jazz.
That's a direct quote from the Brian Wilson biopic. He says that in one of the studio scenes.
But in Jazz Lab, they used to say that because, like, if you played a solo and you'd fuck up, the kid would stop and be like, "Oh man," and he's like, "No, don't do that." Like if you play something that sounds fucking terrible, play it again and then make a face like, and then do it a third time and then move on, and everyone's gonna be like, "It's a thing. He's doing a thing. Like it was supposed to fucking sound bad because it's jazz."
Yep.
That's a fun way to look at it.
Yeah, that's a secret.
Yeah,
You know, people don't want you to know it's like that, but it is.
yeah. Well,
Yep.
it's kind of like the whole old Miles Davis thing where they told to like Herbie Hancock, which is like, you know, he was the one that told Herbie Hancock that like, yeah, sometimes it's not a mistake. You just move with it, and like it becomes something else. You know.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
let it ride.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Because you can't just stop. The worst thing you could
Yeah,
do, especially if you're playing live, is just fucking stop.
Yeah,
That
you got to keep cooking.
that's
with it.
jarring. If you're like
You
an
ever been
audience
to a show
member,
where somebody does that?
I've seen
It's
it once or
bad, it's
twice, and
awkward.
it's like where they like will restart a song or something.
Yeah, like, oop, I fucked up. Let me go back. Like, oh, come on, you gotta just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
keep
You
yeah.
want to take it from the bridge?
Yeah.
Let
You
it
just
ride.
you just gotta accept it. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna make mistakes. That's just the way it is, and then move on.
Don't fight it.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Embrace
Mm.
it. This next track we got for you is another little kind of in-betweener thing. So we have
Lyrics to
and
that song, by the way, are
Rappy
me
dude.
putting myself in Phil Spector's crazy brain.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it's about.
So it's
a
literally
song
about
shooting a
Phil
woman,
Spector
right?
too.
It's a song about going insane and wanting to kill everybody, but don't tell anybody about it.
That is yeah. I was gonna say that is what I was able to deduce from it for
Yeah,
sure.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking about Phil Spector
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Although I think he did. Everyone pretty much knew he was batshit crazy.
Yeah, he'd always bring a gun to the studio and wave it around a ton.
What
And then
the
he eventually
fuck?
shot somebody, and everyone's like, "I can't believe it was the guy." who
Everyone
always
was
brought the
like,
gun."
who'da thunk? Huh. Okay. Don't care, then rent. I definitely mislabeled these. Okay, rent, notice. I have 2 clips for notice. Okay.
Cool. I wonder if they're the same clip.
I
wonder
wonder.
if they're the same-
Huh.
same
Well, I
length.
guess we'll find out. But this next trick is do.
It's the end of our End Scrappy Deuce speech.
Oh. Duh.
Oh, wait, but this is the end.
Oh, if you
Oh,
get the
it's
transition.
leaving.
I think it's into don't care.
No, that was anyway into do.
Oh, is that anyone? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It
That
was
was-
hard to tell
Yeah,
with
that
your
was
guy.
that was
this
me
album.
doing "Be My Little Baby" on the guitar.
Yeah, that was another one of just the tracks from the jam that we put. But that one is pretty much just I cut out everything except Silas and Pat.
Oh,
then
okay.
I'm playing guitar there, but I just put so that like that sound is my guitar with a bunch of stupid effects over it to make it sound like a different thing. And then I faded it out, and so that track is just Pat and Silas. Yeah,
Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah.
that's
Just both of us
awesome.
trying to be ghosts.
yeah,
That's-
it's 2 ghosts hanging around. Yeah.
A couple of ghosts. They're they're like
Just chilling.
just jamming out a little bit. Played guitar in their
yeah.
past lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I do love that the in between songs get their own like moment. They're not like they're not attached to a different song. They get their own own title.
It feels like it would be. Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be weird if that was at the end of the song. I feel like because it's just kind of a.
Jim, if you line them up and play them like one into another, does anything happen?
I
Do we
haven't
think-
tried. That's a good idea.
What if it's crazy?
What if it's
I
like
bet it.
just fucking crazy, guys?
What if it's nuts?
What if it's fucking nuts?
Best craziest shit that we've ever done.
It could be.
Oh, what if we played them like instead of one after another,
All on
all at the
top?
same time?
All at the same time, almost definitely.
What's the there's the one Flaming Lips album where you got to do
Yeah.
that with the 4
Yes.
discs.
Eureka?
Zyreeka, yeah,
Yes.
Zyreeka style.
Yeah.
There's also a
Never
John
done it.
Frusciante album with 2
You think
songs
it's
on it.
good?
You could do that. It is
Yeah,
good.
but-
I've done it before. It rules.
Trick Finger.
Trick
Um,
finger.
Wasn't that John Frusciante?
There's one of his albums. I think it's the Empyrean. There's a song "Enough of Me" and another called "One More of Me," and it's the same. It's like one's like kind of a heavier like guitar driven rocker, and the other one's a little more like subtle piano, like weird noises. But
Yeah.
they're the same chord progression, and you can layer them, and it sounds fucking weird.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Old Jay Fruit.
Yeah, Jay Frush, he's like, I'm done with heroin. I'm gonna be weird.
Weird is my
heroin.
new heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this next track we got for you, I don't want to be rude, guys, but I don't mean this personally, but This next track is "Don't Care."
Wow.
Who cares?
All right.
Where did you come from, boy? Where you going, girl? What's your storyline? How do you
Pat has like 2 or 3 separate leads going there.
I was gonna say that one might be my favorite guitar tone I did on the album.
That
'Cause I was
one
like,
is pretty
I want to
sick.
sound like that one guy in the background of the country song who all he does is like when the singing stops, he's like
Yeah,
just doing
yeah.
that the entire song.
That was, I think, one of the only overdubs you did that wasn't at the original session. You came over to the house and did that like later on.
Was that
You-
That's probably
when
the
you-
only guitar one, yeah.
Well, yeah, 'cause you in the same day that you came over and did the mandolin and the screaming, you also recorded that. I remember.
Is
Sounds
that
right, I
on an
believe that.
acoustic guitar or a electric?
I think it's just on my this guy right here, the Telecaster.
Okay.
Did I
That's
do it with
right.
a slide or something? I was doing something weird. I don't remember. Might have been in an open tuning.
I don't know, but
might have
I love the like.
resonator for it. You might have even. I feel like you did. There was one track you did with that guitar that you got from me that you have been fixing up. Yeah,
Could
that
have
one,
been. Who knows?
I don't know. Who? It's been so long.
I know it's hard. I know on the other one, on Love My Life, I did one song using a beat. I tuned the guitar to an open chord and used a beer bottle as a slide. And I was trying to
Nice.
get you to credit my buddy at the brewery who wrote the recipe for the beer that the bottle I used for, because I wanted it to have like, oh, and special shout out to Adam Gibney who wrote the recipe for the beer that was in the bottle that Pat used to play the track on this song.
I
Between
should have
like
given him a shot.
it would have been just like a way too long. Like the rest of the liner notes are like, yeah, we played some stuff, and then also this guy
Yeah,
I think there wasn't a space
Can't leave that
because
out.
I actually wrote the lyrics on the lyric sheet.
probably was the problem.
yeah.
Hey, we should do that again.
Yeah. It was a mistake. I actually had a document open to do what I did last time and like figure out what the lyrics were. I was gonna like type
boy.
out the lyrics, my best guess at the lyrics again, because I didn't think.
Oh, that was funny last
Yeah,
time.
so I didn't know if you guys had done that. But then I went to your Bandcamp. I'm like, hey, they're here. All
I
right.
put them up because again, I think it's bad, but everyone asked for it. So
Yeah. Some, I mean,
Like it.
I gotta be honest. I enjoyed having the, something to read along with.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm a
It's
real
not for me.
subtitles kind of guy when I'm watching TV. So like for my music, I also need subtitles. It
you're-
turns out.
You and me are enemies.
Oh no!
It'd be fun if music.
Wait, what about
subtitles
pineapple
was
on
just
pizza?
I like that.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
All right, cool. Then we're on the right side. We're both on the
we got
same side of
common
that. All right, cool. Common ground.
It'd be fun if music subtitles were like incredibly wordy and describing like, well, the drums are playing like a 2 and 4 backbeat, while the guitar is mostly palm muting between like in the key of A major, like just describing everything in
Yeah.
That's a
incredible
good use of
detail.
AI.
Yeah,
That's
like
something I would be on board with.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, give me an AI text readout of a song.
That's my
Honestly,
favorite thing about subtitles on TV when it's like moody music playing. Like, how is that helpful?
yeah. Especially when it doesn't
yeah,
quite
someone's
fit
actually
with what's going on.
Yeah, if someone's actually
Yeah.
deaf, that means fucking nothing to them.
yeah. Like, okay, cool. I guess I wish I knew what
Okay.
that
All
was.
right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. I guess. But
Yeah, that's our blues song.
yeah,
That was the only other song I had lyrics sort of written for before we recorded it.
Yeah.
We were playing that one live a bunch,
Yeah.
but I was just singing gibberish.
Okay.
And-
As you do.
Yeah, because nobody can tell when it's live.
You know what this kind of reminds me of is kind of the band, like the Last Waltz, the band.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of something that they would have between songs or something. You know what I
It's
mean?
got the Americana vibe.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean. Yeah. It really like
Especially
digs
the
into that.
like the bridge towards the end, the bow, down, down,
Yeah, definitely.
I was trying to lean into that with
This
the
was another one where I was like,
country shit.
I was like playing. I came up with it and I was playing the riff, and I'm like, this is just it's so corny. Like, should we try to do this with the band or not? But it's whenever I come up with something that is so corny and feels obvious and dumb, I'm like, well, what if it was in a weird time signature? Then it's different.
Now it's cool.
Yeah,
Now it's cool and
now
different.
it's Prague. You know?
Yep.
And Prague is
What
cool.
if it was in 5 and then 6 and then 11 because that's 5 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get into King Gizzard Petro Dragonic Apocalypse shit, where that's just like, we're gonna do it in every time signature in one song.
Jim's definitely done some songs with. There are a lot of songs I don't actually know the timing of, because if I had to count it, I wouldn't be able to play. So I just kind of learned how it grooved and dealt with it.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
That's how I write them. I usually don't know. I don't count out the time signatures until the point where I have to explain how the song goes to you guys.
Like, it's kind of like a normal song, but there's like extra bits to it. It's like
sometimes there's not enough bits.
Sometimes there's not enough. It's both too much and not enough bits.
But then every third time you play through it, there's 3 extra bits. But the fourth time, no bits at all.
Fourth time, yeah.
Literally me telling you.
Yeah, and just me sitting there holding my guitar like.
All right.
Ben being
just
so mad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen to Alex.
Alex, can you translate?
Yeah. Alex, I'm just gonna watch you hit the snare drum and try and do something with that. I don't know.
Yeah, just keep a beat, and it will eventually sync up.
He's got like a board behind him with all sorts of like
he's doing the Charlie Kelly like.
Yeah, he's got lines and symbols all over the place.
There is no 4/4.
You don't understand. This is entirely new.
Conversely, everything's in 4/4 if you're just not a big nerd. Just don't count it.
Quit counting everything. It's fine.
Yeah, just learn how to groove and you're good.
Yeah,
just freaking feel it out, dude.
Yeah, that's all you can do. You know, that's all you can do.
Just let the rhythm take you over.
Yeah.
Let the rhythm take you over. Bailamos.
All right, this next track we got for you, I really, really enjoyed this one. This one, I mean, you know, is probably the most relatable lyric-wise for a number of reasons. But here is Rent.
Almost everybody.
Yeah, we this is like everyone is on the same page here. So here's Rent.
So I'll pay the rent, raise the rent. I'll pay the rent, raise it again. I'll still pay the rent. It's getting out of hand.
I forgot about the trumpet in there.
Yeah, Alex added the trumpet to that, and it worked so perfectly.
Oh yeah,
That song has Silas is on a marxophone there.
I saw that.
Which is a fun antique kind of an instrument that I was given by my old boss at Force Exposure, who is still distributing our records. Shout out to Force Exposure.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
But she had this marxophone, and it's old enough that it's sort of like a stringed thing.
I don't even remember this.
Press keys, and then there's mallets. So the mallets go down and hit the strings, but they bounce around because they're like.
Oh, I remember this little guy. Yeah, it's almost. It looks like an auto harp, kind of.
It looks like an auto harp, but it's got the mallets are on kind of springy stalks that go down and then they bounce around on the strings to give it that kind of uneven sound. But it's old enough that the heads of the mallets are made out of lead. And so
and it's all dusty. It's all covered in lead dust.
Lead dust.
This was a very dangerous album to make. We should let you guys warning.
We're bleeding for these sounds, you know.
Yeah, and we're all dying young because of this.
Yeah.
She gave me this years ago before we recorded the last album, and this is the first opportunity that we've had to actually put it in a song. So I was so stoked.
Yeah.
When Silas texted me, he's like, "I recorded Marxophone on Rent." Fuck yeah!
Yes.
That was all after I sent him my first mix, and he was like deep in the mix, and he started adding shit.
Well, that one that
Yeah, the trumpet was a great addition too.
Yeah.
That was a totally random thing that we didn't plan.
what I
that was the
appreciate.
other one we recorded outside.
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
appreciate is the soundscape is like, it's not like loud as your loud or chaotic like your other tracks, but there's still a lot of different things to hone in on and hear if you're like looking for it,
Yeah, we
Um,
put too many instruments in a song. Yeah, we
It's
do
called
that.
maximalism.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I asked the question about like, whether you like the studio or like live better, because it seems like you at least are very much more, Jim, are much more dialed in on that studio experience and like really
Yeah,
finding the perfect little, sound.
Getting too many things.
Even
going.
if it's too many,
so much
you
fun to it.
might
the
not
ear
be able to
candy
play it
popping.
live.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing is you can do so much more in the studio than you can live. And
Mhm.
also I performing gives me anxiety and shit, and recording
Yeah.
alone in a
Yeah.
room does not. So
Yeah.
it's more
Yeah.
relaxing and fun for me in that way. But
See,
I
I
still
must-
do like live a lot.
Yeah.
I like both, but I almost feel the opposite, where I'll be nervous right up until we start playing, and then I'm locked in. But when I
Yeah, that's-
record things, I'm like, I can never show this to anyone. It needs to be
you have
perfect,
so
and
much
it's
music
not.
that you've recorded that no one has heard.
Yeah. When I die and they open up the vault,
Yeah.
oh man, everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, this does all fucking suck."
Yeah. The Pat tapes.
The fat
Yeah.
tapes.
Yeah.
Wait till the Dark Wave Taylor Swift remix hits the web. Everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Why
Yeah.
the fuck did you spend time doing this?" Jim, did you listen to it yet?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh,
no.
listen to it after and text me what you think. You're gonna be
I
like,
can't
"Why?
wait.
Why'd
It's
you do
going on-
this?"
It's gone on the Patreon today.
Yeah.
For sure.
It has
I'm gonna have
the
to.
intro is a bunch of grinding pump noises I recorded at work.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have
can't wait
to
for this.
start paying on the Patreon. I am a subscriber, but I just haven't started paying yet. I might have
I
to.
think our lowest tier is
Just for
$1 a
that.
month, but we might have bumped it up to $3.
Well,
but
I think
either way.
they opened
Inflation's coming for
they
everything.
opened certain stuff on Patreon up to free accounts. So there's certain things
there's
that free that are you can have as free, like
There's a couple
everything on
freebie
my
stuff.
Patreon. I don't have extra shit. Unfortunately, I don't.
But it's just for
Yeah, I should bank stuff and maybe put out like, hey, you can only find this here. But I'm not good at marketing, guys.
also I one more thing on rent before we move on.
Dude, right? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Just because you mentioned the relatability of the lyrics, and
Yeah.
I thought this was so funny. I don't know if anyone has ever wasted time or money on the fucking cesspool that is Submit Hub. Pat, have you ever
Submit
fucking
Hub?
wasted time on Submit Hub?
No, is that another one of those like Fiverr, Upwork type of deals?
No, I mean sort of, but it's only for music. It's
Huh.
when I
Oh, for doing the stock music.
it's to get no,
Mm.
it's to get fucking reviews and plays and shares and like added to
Oh.
Spotify playlists.
Oh no, I
And-
haven't done that one.
I every time we put something out, I'm like, I'll throw like $20 at it because what the fuck? I'll buy beer or this.
Yeah,
And nobody ever likes us because all the people that are curating those things are into things that sound good or things.
Yeah,
not-
things that'll make them money.
Yes, exactly. And so very rarely we've gotten a couple people who like us from it, which is very nice.
Yeah.
But they have to give you submit your song and you can see the curators or the bloggers or whoever, and you submit it, and then they have to listen to the song and they have to give you feedback on why they didn't like it if they reject it.
Oh
And
yeah.
It's horrible. It's a horrible process. Just but my favorite, the feedback is sometimes good, usually terrible and half-assed. My favorite one was I submitted this song because I was like, oh, this is like pretty soft. I bet somebody will like this more than our abrasive shit. And the feedback they gave was, I don't like abstract lyrics. Like they were like, I love the
don't
sound.
like abstract lyrics.
I love the sound of the
I'm
music.
not
but
really
I
a
don't
fan
like
of
the
music.
abstractness of the lyrics. Like these are the most
Yeah.
straightforward lyrics
Pay
I've
the
ever
rent. I gotta
could
pay
not have been
the
more-
rent.
You're right. That's a good point. Yeah, it is not abstract lyrics. is
It's a
maybe
The
metaphor.
most straightforward one we got.
yeah. That's perhaps the worst feedback you could get for that
Yeah,
song in particular. Yeah.
I'll try to be more straightforward next time.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I
the
don't
rent, what
like
do they
paying
mean?
the
What are they-
rent.
What are they talking about?
I've never done that in my life.
Yeah.
What is this rent?
What is this a metaphor for?
Yeah. Are you referencing the
Person who makes
musical?
all their money off of people paying them to share on their bot played Spotify blog. I don't fucking know.
It's like that. Yeah. You could use that
Yeah.
as a learning example for them.
Yeah, imagine if
Yeah.
Submit Hub raised the percentage that they take from people paying you to put them on your Spotify bot play list.
Yeah.
And
Now
also, if
you
you weren't on
understand.
Submit Hub, you were homeless and had a bad time about it.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Homeless, I would just go stay in the guest house.
Back to the Quonset hut.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I thought this was definitely one of my favorites of as far as the tracks on the album. I think the first listen through this was like number one for me, and then someone else's song turned to number one at some point. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's short, sweet, and like just very relatable. I can show this. I mean, not that I wouldn't show this to people, but this is like you said earlier. You're like, this one is like a little more, relatable
More
for
accessible, maybe,
more
yeah.
accessible for a not too sophisticated music listener.
Yeah, the song structure is kind of straightforward.
Yeah.
It's more of an A-B instead of an A, B, C, D, B, C, D, B, A.
Yeah. Some people just tune out at any time signature other than 4/4. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the way it is, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do?
What are you
But
gonna do?
yeah,
Pay the
I see this
the
joke
rent.
here. You got Rent, and then the next song is Notice. I think I
Notice.
wouldn't notice
That
that.
wasn't really intentional, but then I was like, that's fun. I'll leave it.
Well, yeah, I was
that's
gonna say,
good.
yeah. I like look at the computer, like, okay.
Yeah, Bread Circus, Rent Notice.
Red Circus was
yeah.
intentional for
Yeah,
sure, but
yeah.
That's a good one.
But here's a little bit of Notice. Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong screen.
Uh-oh. And let's see
There it
which
is.
note it is.
I want you to notice what's not around.
So
Not a real song, that one. That was
No?
as more parts of that long jam that I chopped together, and then I was like,
Okay.
oh, this is cool. I should
Okay.
put lyrics over
okay,
I'm
so
glad you said that because I was about to be. I don't fucking remember recording this song. Like I keep listening to it when you send me the, like, oh, here's like the final mix and stuff, and I'm like, I should ask him about that one.
well, that's what this podcast is for.
Yeah,
Bring people
It's
together
like, damn,
and,
I must have
and
been real deep in
discuss the
Boomertown for
deets.
that one.
I mean, you were real deep in Boomertown, but
Yeah,
yeah. No, that was that
Boomertown.
was just a couple of chunks that I was like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, this could be a song. It'd be nice to bring all the interludes, make them seem like they have a purpose because they're building to this song.
So
Yeah.
and Shaggy do notice.
And Shaggy do notice. Shaggy
Notice
do
him.
notice.
Scrappy do notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrappy rather.
Yeah.
Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy do.
And all of their
Notice.
other buddies.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
was happy with how that
It's
sounded.
it's a nice payoff though from the other clips,
Yeah,
Um
it was. Yeah, it came out great. My favorite part of that one is in the build-up. I just keep talking about how much I like everyone else's tone on this album, but Ben has an amazing
All about
bass moment
tone.
where the bass comes in after it's been gone for a while. It's just like
Oh yeah, he was rocking that one
right.
weird pedal,
Yeah.
the envelope filter, and just like the
yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
after Big
Okay.
Five comes back, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments where I'm like, oh, who was doing the a weird like noise effect here? It's like, oh no, it was just Ben's pedals.
yeah.
It's just the pedals being weird. Doing
Yep.
pedal stuff.
We didn't do a separate noise thing. It was just the bass.
Mhm.
We just take turns doing weird things.
Yeah.
So what we do?
Then you cut it all together later, like that's the way to do it, I think, honestly.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the way that we do it.
That's the
certainly.
way it's done. That's how
That's
it
the way that
goes.
we do it. So, yeah. I
the
will say
only way
these last two tracks really remind me of like they almost feel like reverent or like spiritual or something. I'm like reminded of like Me Without You a little bit with this track and the last track.
Ooh.
You know,
It's a band I've never listened to, but I will take it as a
yeah,
compliment.
they're like you know the probably the most like experimental indie like I don't know post-hardcore thing that like Christians had. They're the most of that
Yeah.
that
They're the
Christians
best.
had.
The best band they got.
That absolutely the best Christian band ever. Like straight up. Yeah.
Man.
So good. And very deep lyrics, very very what do I want to say? Like they have a lot of spacey guitars, the drum and the bass are like atmospheric. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Very in similar ways, these two tracks kind of remind me of Me Without You atmosphere, you know.
Well, I did move to LA, so now I'm a spiritual guru, and I'm just sort of
leaking.
Jim,
leaking
are you gonna pitch you're doing your personal talks here where you teach people how to access their inner spirit?
Yeah, I can teach everybody how to access. If you think these sound good, then you could experience that internally, and I.
You got to do is pay Jim.
It's a lot of money, but it's worth it because you can't take it with you. That's what they say, but I sure can. I can take it with me.
Is that what I can get if I sign up for the Patreon?
Exactly, but that's a very high tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want a lower tier, I'll do half-assed tarot readings over Zoom with you.
Half-assed tarot readings are great. Actually,
I'll work my way up.
Oh, geez, dude, it's a fucking it's a tower. That seems bad.
That seems
what the
like
fuck? I've never seen.
Where the hell did this card come from?
I don't think this is in the deck. What the hell?
5 of swords. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking swords, dude. What are you? You're fucked.
This is a great like YouTube series idea. Like fuck with people.
We can monetize it.
Yeah, we can monetize this. I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can monetize this. Yeah.
Should be monetizing everything.
Yeah. If you're not monetizing, what are you doing, right? Like
gotta get gross.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate writing lyrics, but sometimes, they're always fucking angry or something, or like bitter or sarcastic. So I feel like as I get older, I am mellowing a little with age. And I'm just like, oh, maybe I don't have to be fucking shouting about something all the time.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's got more. Yeah, it's definitely more introspective than like maybe the previous album in that way.
There's room for growth, guys.
Yeah,
you can
if you're staying doing the same shit, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I still mad about this? It's been a while.
And for just an easy monthly payment of $59.99, Jimm can help you.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. You can and will.
Fucking get over it.
All right. Well, we got one more track for you guys. This next clip we got for you is from. So we started with No End, and where do you think we're gonna end up? That's right. No beginning. Here's No Beginning. Now this is the one that I'd really love to see like live. Like this one really feels like
there's recording of it live.
This is recording of it live. Oh, okay.
Yeah, on our live album, on our Bandcamp.
I think I made it public. It was private before the album came out because I didn't want to spoil it, but I think I've changed it to be public now.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out. I'm on the Bandcamp. I'm looking at things.
Nice.
And is it there?
Self and No Beginning still private. You got to get in there.
Oh, I'll do that right now.
Dude, hell yeah. All
releasing
right.
it right now.
I was going to say, like, live on air. Holy shit. This is the first time that's even been possible. Like,
isn't it great living in the future, except for all the times that it's terrible?
Yeah. I mean, my computer wants to melt, but,
I hope it doesn't melt before you get to hear these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The future's pretty great, except for the horrors.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
for the horror. Yeah, there's the horrors, of course. There's
Yeah.
always the
All the bad
horrors.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really
Yeah.
good.
But no, I was thinking like
Yep,
this
they
would be
should
a
be
great way to
published out.
like. Do you use this like as an end track for a live set? Like,
Yeah,
For our
we-
last
we
live show.
played it
Okay.
For our last
Okay,
couple, because
okay.
that before that it didn't have lyrics.
yeah, okay.
This was one of the last.
Was that the
things we
very last
recorded.
one? Was that the very
Um,
last live show? The
Yeah,
one at,
we did that at the one at the Zancraft. No, the one at the
The
OK
Zang
House.
was second to last, or OK House. Was that very last, or was the one?
The OK House was second to last. That's where this
Okay.
recording is from. But we
Oh,
also
okay.
closed the last show with it,
Yeah,
which was at
Yeah.
Taffeta,
Yeah,
that's right. I couldn't remember.
where they said they
Nice.
were recording a live stream of the whole show and then didn't, which would have been fun to have a video of our last show. But it's
They did
okay.
give us a lot of free Bud Light, though.
They gave us a lot of free booze.
It was like
yeah.
a lot of Bud Light. It
Thanks
was
for it.
it was spectacular.
yeah.
It was supposed to be for everyone. I don't know if they expected us to drink it all, but boy, did we.
Wait, you're saying this is free for
Free,
me?
and it's a beer. Just
That's
one?
free
Or-
beer?
That's the fun of playing in like grind bands too. Like anything
yeah.
punk adjacent, there's enough people that are straight edge or sober.
Yeah.
I played back in April or May, late April, early May. Played in Louisiana. Oh geez, not Baton Rouge. Why can't I think of it? Nolo. We played in New Orleans, and it was us and like 3 other bands, and the promoter's like, oh, we got a cooler full of like Miller High Life. It's for all you guys, whatever. Other guy in my band sober. One of the other bands was sober. One of the other bands was one piece that was sober. And the last band was a 2-piece where one of the guys was sober. So it was just me and that guy like, all right.
Let's dive in.
Yeah. Well, if we don't drink all of these, it's like we're losing money. So
Yeah. That's just irresponsible at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
yeah, phenomenal.
By the way, Mellow Harsher is the name of the band I was trying to remember earlier.
Mellow Harsher. I don't know.
Mellow
I'll look
Harsher.
them up right now.
I'll have to. There's actually a documentary on YouTube about them that was done by a former roommate of mine, Nick,
Oh, nice.
and it's hilarious. That's probably the best like snapshot of like the Madison like music scene, honestly.
yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. It's a fun. I'll for listeners of the show, I'm going to post a link to that in the description because like it's just a great little mini documentary. You know.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, they're fucking hilarious. They dog on themselves constantly and they're just really, really funny. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we're getting to the end. I know we just got to no beginning, but we're
No
about
beginning.
to get to
Um,
near the end of the
this
show
song-
here. Where
Yeah, this song was also barely a song. I was just like, oh, I have these 4 chords that I think would be great for the outro.
Mhm.
And then we recorded it. And this was the last thing we recorded
Yep.
on the day that we
Okay.
recorded, that we tracked all of the songs.
And the last thing
Right,
we
okay.
finished for the album too, I think,
I
or
don't
together
think-
at least.
Yeah, because we all got in the room and sang the
Yeah,
vocals.
the outro
This was all of us
vocals are-
standing around
Yeah.
a mic, except for Ben, because Ben missed that practice.
Oh yeah, that
But-
dickhead.
But
But
he
he
opened
came
up.
over. He came over and laid some down separately, so he is in there.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did all the other 4 of us, me, Silas, Alex, and Jim, standing all sort of facing the mic, and I think we did like
We did
4 or
3
5
takes.
takes.
3
Only
or
3.
4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a bunch, and
Yeah.
every time it was like, well, I guess try and sing it a little different, right? Like
Yeah.
hit
yeah.
some harmony or something.
Yeah.
It came
you-
out, I think it came out great. We sound like a crowd of us.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like
Also,
it really
Ben-
captures that like
Real
live
choir.
feel, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ben also did have the best. When he came over to record,
Yeah.
he had the idea of, it would be great if somebody knows how to play trumpet.
Yeah,
Because trumpet would sound really cool here.
Oh, okay.
And then Alex
Okay.
was like, I know how to play trumpet, and I have a trumpet. So that was
Yeah.
why we ended up
A
putting
little bit
trumpet
of
in it.
tasteful trumpet is like really underappreciated. You know what I mean? Like,
It wouldn't have occurred to me at all, and it's
Yeah.
exactly what the fucking song
Yeah,
needed.
yeah,
And the same
yeah.
thing for Rent. It worked. So while we recorded that, we're like, you know what? Let's try. I was like, try to mirror Silas's melodic part in Rent and see how
Mhm.
fucking crazy it sounds.
Yeah.
It sounded crazy.
well, again, we just listened to Francis the Mute, which has Flea doing trumpet
you're just
with
shredding the whole time.
the Mars Volta, and like, there's just so many cool, weird instances of trumpet intermixed with all of that. It's just
I'm a big proponent of horns showing up.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much ever since probably listening to Neutral Milk Hotel, I have been like,
Yep.
more horns in music.
When,
If Ben
when-
hadn't sold the saxophone, we would have had sax all over.
oh
all of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
When Jeff Mangum did that first tour back, like I don't know
Oh,
what,
yeah.
10 years ago now.
Yeah, it was a
solo
while
tour?
back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played at Mass Mocha in.
I was there. I was at that show. Were you there?
I was there too. That's so funny.
That's so funny.
Me and Brittany were both there. But
Nice.
when he was doing the it must have been for whichever song, he's like,
Yeah.
everybody sing the horn parts.
Yeah.
It's the dee 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 dee.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
And then there's the one part where the trumpet comes in and goes, and I was the only one who did that part, and everyone laughed. At
Really?
me. It was like he said the
Oh,
sing.
I always do
It
that
was the
part,
same-
man.
It was the same in my section of the crowd. Everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "You never seen
Yeah,
that?"
the banana.
That's. I mean, yeah. I used to do that. That was my big Halloween thing. Was I would play Airplane start to finish. Oh, Alex is back.
Hell,
Hey,
Oh shit! Holy crap!
We just got to the end of the album. We're talking about you
Damn
playing trumpet. Talk about playing trumpet.
I
on
played the
album.
trumpet, and
She
I
played
brought back
trumpet.
the
Nailed
trumpet.
it.
Yeah.
I used to play the
Single-handedly.
trumpet in middle school,
Okay.
and I said I can pick this thing back up again in a second. And I was playing it. I didn't realize my lips, I could kind of hit the notes.
Yeah.
I hit the notes, but I couldn't
Yeah.
sustain them because my lips aren't as strong as they were when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
My
More-
brother is a jazz trumpet player. He was a jazz trumpet player in high school,
Think
and
about
that's
the
one of the
muscles
things
on
he
those.
always is like talking about. He's like, "You stop playing trumpet for a week, you're screwed." I'm just
It
like,
really hurt. I was like, my lips just like melted off my face. I was like, what the hell? Like,
"Oh man,
What are
yeah,
these?
yeah,
yeah,
yeah."
there's
Just put your lips on ice immediately. Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, they were weak.
Well, I mean, it sounds great though. Like you got them out though. Like I
They came
mean,
out.
no one can tell who's listening to the album, So that's great. But
Didn't go. I got blisters on me lips at the end of the song, so nobody knows.
Got blistered on me lippies.
me lippies. That's
Oh,
really good.
no.
Next time, there's always
Next
going to be a
time.
next time.
Yeah, it's the name of the next album.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
and we
got
gotta
blisters on
put,
me lippies.
You gotta have
all-
no trumpet on it, but it's got like.
It's got
I
no
was gonna say
trumpet.
it's
Yeah,
very, very trumpet driven.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
inspired.
Yeah.
by
Yeah, Alex,
trumpet.
you get to work writing all the songs for the next record. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
just
trumpet.
let us
doing
know.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you're not playing drums anymore. You're only doing trumpet. From here on out. I hope you. Yeah.
I kind of thought she would do both. I mean, she could play drums with one hand and
You
her
do a
feet.
one-handed
Okay.
I'm
thing.
playing the trumpet like a drum.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just fucking hitting a snare drum with a trumpet.
We're just smacking the trumpet with a stick. Like,
Hell yeah.
hitting the valve to get it.
Right.
To get the note.
right.
That
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. It's practically a percussion instrument anyway. I mean,
This is true.
yeah.
Smacking that thing around.
Well, okay. So normally there is one thing that we do at the end of the show. I don't know if you guys would want to do this with us, but we
No,
score
probably not.
the album upon how well it landed the concept of the concept.
Oh wow,
album.
this is a new
This is a new
addition to the show
segment.
since
This is a
I've
new
been
edition. Yeah.
here. New segment.
Yeah,
I
we've
landed the-
we've done away with the talking about what we've been listening to at the end of the show. Now we judge.
Damn it, I had so much to say about the Beach Boys.
Oh,
What
no.
is the
well, you have
concept?
to get on the podcast again, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we judge. I mean, I know this is not a concept album per se, but we've done plenty of albums that aren't concept albums. We're gonna figure out how we judge them this Thursday. Yeah, I don't know, like, how well do you think you landed the concept? I mean, you guys are, I guess, judging yourselves on this episode, honestly, because it's an average of all four of our opinions. It's 1 to 5. You can
Yeah.
put it on. I
give it
feel
a
like
5.
I feel like
That's
I should.
5. Easy 5.
Easy 5. Okay. We got
Easiest
two
5 of my
easy
life.
5s. Okay.
What would you say the concept of the album is? Is like modern.
I think the
slide?
concept was like for me to play the coolest guitar parts I could figure out.
That's
so
a
it's
pretty cool
5.
concept. Yeah. And you're bringing
It's like,
your,
listen to this thing.
your personal life into it. I like that.
I wanted it to sound like a whole together album. That's basically all I.
It
thought
is a
about.
whole together album. Yeah.
I wanted it to be
Yeah.
cohesive and a
Yeah.
piece. And as far as that goes, I think we did a good job.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And
This
we
is
did the go to the cab and record.
We did the
thing.
go to the cabin. That was really
That's
the
true.
concept.
You guys
We
did.
2022.
We said we
Yeah.
wanted to do a Let It Be style album.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
inspired by the Let It
But we
Be.
didn't
were
fight
inspired
enough.
by it. No,
And
we
then-
didn't fight enough.
And in like 40 years, you guys are going to release like the video footage of that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we
There's a
should've
lot
had-
of
good.
video footage.
Good.
You should have got that.
Couldn't have
We
done
should have
that.
had a documentary crew.
Yeah.
We should have had
Yeah.
what's his name?
Ringo.
That
Ringo should
Ringo,
have-
you should have had Ringo. Yeah. Ringo
Yeah,
could have showed
Ringo's
up. I
son.
mean, he's a nice
Me and
guy.
Alex saw Ringo live this past weekend.
We did.
Was
I
he
saw
amazing?
Ringo live last year.
Yeah,
He
it's
fucking
Fucking
rules.
amazing.
It was
Right?
awesome.
So
I don't
Right?
understand why we haven't been going like
the
this.
All-Star Band
years.
is great.
They're
They
always
played all
touring.
the Toto hits that I love.
Yeah.
They played Africa, and it was not a fucking
Did-
meme. It was fun. And
Did they
good.
play Frankenstein on the intermission?
No, there was no intermission.
There was no intermission actually.
Oh, I got.
Intermission.
Wait, was
or,
Edgar Winter still?
No, Edgar Winter wasn't
oh,
there.
damn.
They
When
had
I
Colin
saw him.
Hay, and they did all the Colin Hay songs. That was great.
Okay. Because when I saw him, he had Edgar Winter, and during the intermission, he performed Frankenstein, and I
That's amazing.
fucking
That's so
lost
sick.
my shit, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking great.
it almost didn't happen
Dang.
too. Like they couldn't get it, like his keyboard thing to work for a good like 5 minutes, and he looked bummed. He looked like
It's like, this is my whole thing.
yeah, like someone
I
had ruined
think
his day.
It was such a funny show. Like Ringo's cracking jokes the whole
Yeah.
fucking time. My favorite thing about it was at the very end, as they didn't do an encore, as
Yeah.
they were playing their last song, fucking Joe Walsh walked on stage.
What?
And Ringo
Just
was like,
walked on
"Hey, here's our special guest, Joe Walsh,"
What the
and he just stood next to the guys while they were playing. Didn't play anything.
What?
Just was on stage, and then the show ended. It was
What?
so fucking.
What do you
funny.
Oh man,
What the?
we should have
Hey,
been doing
everyone, put
that.
up
They even
Joe
bring him
Walsh.
on stage.
And he ended it with a little help with my friends, and then
Of
brought
course,
him
yeah.
out. Actually,
Oh
You
yeah,
got, you got to.
but
you
he
got
then
to.
I was like,
he just
what?
fucking hung around.
Give him a tambourine or something. Like, shit.
He literally just stood next to the guy from Toto. Whose
that
name
guy
I
was
don't
helping the
remember.
whole time. I don't know what, but he was helping.
Oh my god, that's so wild. You never know
It
what
was
you're gonna
great.
get at a Ringo show. He knows
84 years
everyone.
old, that guy, and he's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
bopping around stage.
We're
He's
going
killing it.
again.
Yeah,
We gotta
the
go
next
again.
oh yeah,
Opportunity.
Go
Best
see
in
Ringo.
Boston.
while
that's
you can.
awesome. Well,
Yeah, I think
well,
the concept of the album is probably mostly go see Ringo.
goes,
Concept
yeah,
of the
yeah.
album is go see
Would you
Ringo,
say that
and
that's the
we-
concept of the album,
you've got-
Alex?
Go see Ringo
Yeah,
And Scrappy.
and
and Scrappy.
and-
Scrappy too.
I would say it's more go on a rabbit hole about Scooby Doo and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, really
Okay.
dig into Wikipedia
Yeah.
about it.
So I mean,
But I still think it's a 5. I think
Yeah.
we nailed it.
yeah.
Yeah, we did everything
Okay.
perfect.
All right, Alex.
Yep.
What do you think if you could put a number to it, Alex?
I would say it's a 6.
6. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Okay.
Love
All
it.
right. Well, wait.
I
I'd say
will say this is the
That's a little
happiest I've
sick.
ever been with an album
Yeah.
that I have been a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've never been
accurate.
so happy with
I would say it's a
something.
6-pack of Coors Light.
6-pack of
Oh,
Coors Light.
yeah.
Okay.
Six-pack of Coors.
I'll try to
Oh,
factor that into the
Silver
score.
bullets.
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
jams,
Yeah.
nights.
Um,
Do you remember? Do you drink a lot
Oh,
of Coors?
yeah. When they had
we
it on
do
all the
actually.
cans.
We that's actually like the beer of choice for this podcast.
Remember back in 22 or so, they had that packaging where on the cans there were like 6 words, and there's nights, vibes, jams, and I don't remember what the other ones were.
They tried to do
Chill.
like the Pepsi
Chill.
like
Yeah.
name thing where it's
Yeah,
a
but it
name
was
on
only just a couple of words, and they had no context for anything.
No
It was
context,
so
huh.
funny.
huh.
But we were drinking a lot of those while we were recording it, and we were talking about.
Was this
a lot.
how you were
So-
writing your lyrics?
No, but if it didn't end up being and Scrappy Doo, we were we were talking about naming the interlude tracks after those fucking Coors Light.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Would have been.
Well, I think that's a perfect 5 then for this album, Inspector 34.
Perfect 5. How often does
Squint your
that
ears. I think so far we have one that's like a 5.2 or something when it's averaged out, because we had someone that rated 4.20, and then the next
Okay.
person rated it 6.9. So it's
Okay.
it made it so that it was a little above 5, but
Well, Alex did give it a 6, so I mean
that's
that
true.
Yeah.
That's true. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
a 5 point something.
Do that math real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love math, and I will do it later. But we're gonna I think we're gonna call it on the live stream, guys. Thank you for being on my very first album concept hour live stream. I think we've ironed out most of the bugs, and hopefully by the time we do the 200th this Thursday, it'll all be ready to go. Yeah,
Seems like it
200, dude.
Where to get the album? If anyone wants to get the album, do we
Oh,
plug it at all?
yeah, sorry.
I guess-
I
Yeah,
did.
buy it.
I will. Yeah, you should
From
plug
us.
at the end.
Okay. Oh, let's say
forgot.
this. So
We got
on Bandcamp, you can order the vinyl. Do we have
gotta
any of
talk
the
about that.
tie-dye ones left?
Yeah, I'll show them off.
And then
You guys
Pat
got
should
tie-dye
talk about
ones?
Pat, do you
Pat
have
should
a
talk
pedal
about
to
the
show us?
pedals.
Oh, geez, do I? Give me 1 second.
Okay.
For
All
these
right. All right.
components.
Yeah.
Alex, you want to explain the concept while I look one of these records up?
The concept of what?
The
Of
pedals.
Pat's pedal.
Oh, Pat's pedal. I actually am not 100%. Now I'm like not sure if I know the full concept of Pat's pedal.
So
you thought you knew, but you're
those
now
pedals-
It's an
unsure.
Inspector 34.
Yeah, I don't
Custom
have any
pedal.
of them. I don't know where they ended up.
Pat builds
I
pedals.
think I mailed them to people.
That
Okay.
sounds
well,
right.
they're on their
Um,
way to you, dear listener.
But they're
Uh,
on the Inspector 34 Bandcamp. You can get the digital album, or you could get the vinyl.
Yeah.
And then we have some special.
It's got this-
tie-dye vinyls.
This is printed on the pedal.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just a guitar pedal I made. It's based on a riff on a kind of a common circuit. It's called a Baz Fuss.
Okay.
But it's a pedal that I had built initially for Jimm by taking that circuit and changing basically every value in it to see what would happen. And it's usually kind of a
I got it
Seems
right
like
here.
that's how you
Yeah.
you do a lot
That's
of
how it
things.
goes.
Yeah.
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 but it was like a big bassy fuzz initially, and it ended up being kind of just a nice, like, sort of dirty, jangly guitar tone. Yeah, no control fuss.
Okay.
One button and no knobs. It does what
Yeah.
it does. But
It
it
does.
doesn't.
Yeah,
No
you don't need
knobs,
the
okay.
knobs. I figured it out. You don't gotta fiddle with it.
That's
It's just gonna sound good when you get it.
That's
But yeah, you can
yeah.
buy one of those.
So
That's
yeah, Pat
for the
made this
album.
one for me, and then you made another one for yourself.
I
Right?
did, yeah.
So we use these
I
in the
eventually
band,
sold
and
that
you
one.
Heard the way they sound and their recordings.
So
Yeah,
those
it's
are
just a pedal
so you
to make
get
your
an
guitar
actual.
sound
It's
like
an
our
actual
guitars.
pedal that you're sending.
Yeah, it's real life.
That
I don't
Pat
know.
built-
Dude,
Yeah,
I
can't
definitely
find
want one.
them.
Fuck,
he
that sounds
designed the
awesome.
circuit, and he constructed it, and he hand etched it, the housing and everything.
Here's a different one I made that's a different thing. But imagine this, but there's no
But no
knobs on it.
No
And
knobs.
instead of this thing, it's like it'd be like that.
It's got this drawing,
Okay,
Pat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's a bug and the pedals are gray. Because on the other album we had the song "Bugs in a
The
Gray
bugs,
House."
the gray house
Gray
one.
house.
I know that one.
And
yeah.
it's a pedal we use in the band that Pat made himself, and so you can.
That's really
we have
cool.
it on
That's not
You know what?
something
My
a lot
other
of
one's in
bands
the
are offering.
garage. My other one's in the garage where I build all of them as a reference.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I look at them and be like, "Am I wiring this correctly?"
Yeah, the only.
Also, I gotta
place-
build one for Tom Tiger still.
Oh yeah, Tom Tiger bought one. Shout out Tom Tiger.
Shout out Tom Tiger. I'm
Tom
gonna
Tiger.
start building that pedal for you very soon.
It's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming your way.
I got
Yeah, you can get it as a bundle with the record on Bandcamp, and that's the only place you can get it.
Wow.
And if I only made enough to make, I think 10 or 15 of them.
Yeah.
I think I got a couple extras just in case I screw one up. But yeah.
Yeah.
And if people don't buy them, I'm burning the circuit boards.
Okay.
So
No one will
all
ever
right,
have
all
this.
right, all right.
again.
yeah, no one will ever be able to figure out how to make it ever again. It's definitely
I'm gonna
arcane.
text all of my guitar friends. Let them know that there is a specialized pedal they need to find.
Specialized. It's built to
Yeah.
make your guitar sound good. You don't even got to touch nothing.
Yeah.
You don't
All these
gotta-
other pedals, they got knobs. They want you to figure it out.
I
That's
don't want to do that work.
no,
I already
no,
bought the
no.
pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say no.
Yeah.
Here's more. The records we got are any color, random color. We don't know what they are. So
Yeah,
this
it's a
is
cool
one.
purple.
This is
man.
a cool purple one.
That's
I'm gonna
pretty.
put the light behind it and see if that makes it cooler.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
yeah.
That's cool as shit.
That actually looks really nice on the camera there. That's
we
great.
have a couple that look like this, but it's
Yeah.
completely random. So if you
Yeah,
buy,
they're all sorts of colors.
it might
Yeah.
look like this. It might be brown. Who knows?
There's a cool.
It
There's
might
a
be
cool one that's
brown.
kind of like a
brown.
bright yellow and black mixed together.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
dude.
that I got, like my own personal copy, is a mix of mint green and like Coke bottle clear. Very weird.
Huh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, as long as they're, recycling and reusing or whatever to make
That's
these things.
that's that. Yeah, all the
what-
little extra
Maybe
bits.
yeah.
out
yeah,
of old Coke bottles, actually.
yeah. It might be. You
They
don't know.
smush the bottles.
Yeah.
They can do that now. They can smush bottles. Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to find another way to give us money, we got a Patreon, and
Patreon.
there is
Patreon.
also
Get on there.
We put a lot of music
Links
on there.
below, y'all.
Links below. Chat. Get
Chat,
on
clip
the
this.
link.
I mean, not right now. The links are not below, but if you're listening to the podcast, the links are below.
Make sure you
Yeah.
smash that like and subscribe.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
Ring
supposed to
that
say.
bell.
Yeah, ring that. I don't even know what that shit does, but ring it.
bell. It's got for it, and they put it there.
Also, follow Sad Milk Collective. There, I added them on the title, but I don't know if it actually connected. But at Sad Milk Collective, they have a YouTube. You can find all of their music videos and some of your Channel 101 stuff.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's where that stuff lives.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I didn't make one of my own. I said I'll just use the one we have.
You already got
Perfect.
one, like
Everybody helped out
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
yeah.
The collective.
It is a collective. That's true.
Trevor,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, some
Alex
of my songs are in it.
Is on it. Pat's
Yeah.
music is on it.
yeah. And the compilation coming out hopefully next month.
Yep.
So
Beach Boys compilation. The
God.
name is very long.
I'm so fucking excited about that one, man.
Alex is working on the artwork. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
All
20 tracks
All
or
right.
something.
Anything else to plug? Anything else we've forgotten from you guys?
Oh, the band I played drums in, Squash, put out a record this year. And the
Ah,
band
yeah.
that I play drums in, Dad Doxer, also put out an album that's not on record, but it is
Okay.
online
it's online
this year.
Okay.
And those are both, it's all music that I recorded with these guys before I moved away. And now it's all out. So I'm happy about that. And everyone should
Yeah,
listen to Dad
yeah.
Doxer with 3 X's and Squash, the way that it sounds.
And the
Yeah.
grindcore band I'm in, we put out an EP back in June called Mince Out the Jams, and we just did a split with a band called Tripas Sangrietas. So
Yeah.
listen to those things. They're on Bandcamp and on Spotify, and there's other things from us on there. And then I don't know, we'll probably make T-shirts or something again soon because it's a thing we do sometimes.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Love shirt.
People
Hell
want to
yeah.
buy them.
You
Yeah.
did chill days
People
thing
wear them.
recently.
People wear shirts.
Oh yeah, I guess it wasn't that recently, was it? I'm gonna
We
look. It's
did-
gonna be like July.
on the show before.
Damn.
Back in May. Yeah, back in May, I put out another EP. Chill Haze, Bandcamp, check it out. This was not on Spotify because I keep forgetting to put it on there. And at this point, I have enough other beats that I'm just gonna add them and make a big double thing and put it on
Do a full
Spotify.
length.
There you
Do
go.
a whole
Yeah.
a whole length
The
thing.
Spotify tapes.
If you like
Yeah.
lo-fi
Yeah.
beats to chill/study to, Pat's your guy.
Yeah, if you like lo-fi beats to smoke weed in the rain too.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like the visual of that.
Yeah,
I'll do a plug for Silas, even though he's not here and doesn't deserve it.
he doesn't deserve it at all.
I'll allow it, but watch yourself, counselor.
FOMO Surfer is Silas's project.
Yeah.
Did he just put out an album, or is it not out yet? Either
Let
way.
me double check because I've heard all the songs and I don't know if it's
like this year. Because I did the album art for one like last. Was
He
it this
put out
year?
one in March. Yes. And it's great.
These guys got all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff coming out, guys. These
Yeah,
guys
I think he might have.
these guys
He
don't
probably has
stop.
another one coming out soon. He
Yeah,
sent
he's
he
always
sent me
got-
a track that he's supposed to remix because it's a disco
Yeah.
song, and he was like, "Can you make it into a house track?" And I was like, "Fucking absolutely."
Why
But I keep
not?
not doing it.
Silas now he took over for me playing drums in Dad Doxer. So
Okay.
keep an eye out for anything that that band is doing. That's also Silas's band.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I don't think Ben's got any music stuff going on. Ben runs a lot though. Ben's running a marathon soon
Ben's running a marathon soon, so everybody cheer him on.
Everybody
Yeah, go to
cheer-
Lowell
from wherever you
for the
are.
marathon.
Yeah.
Cheer for Ben.
Cheer
He'll
for
be really
Ben.
confused.
Yeah.
He's gonna
If
be
you like joke music, sometimes I do joke music.
Alex does sometimes
right.
do joke music. Pig
Oh yeah, and
Girl
you can
on-
Oh yeah, big girl.
YouTube and Instagram and stuff if you want to watch any
Yeah.
weird short films and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Tired Just Wake Up Instagram and Triple Yeah Productions
Mm-hmm.
for the YouTube.
Yeah. You have a great Instagram. Always posting stuff. So if you want an Instagram that's reloading new stuff, check it out.
If you want to make Instagram be fun for you,
If you want Instagram to be fun, go follow Tired Just Wake Up.
you're
Right.
sick of not having fun
sick
on
of not having
Instagram.
fun?
Yeah. Follow
Yeah.
me on Instagram too, because then I'll tell you when I put music out.
Yeah.
And then
That's
you can
true.
buy
That's
pedals
the
from
best
me.
way to find out.
Chillhaze.jpg.
We're also on
JPG.
Instagram, but I don't think I've ever mentioned that on this podcast. But
Oh,
yeah, it is out there. So I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody's got to get on it.
it's
Yeah.
exclusive.
'Cause that's very exclusive.
Well, thank you all for coming on the podcast. We're gonna close off the live stream. Let me know all in the comments what you thought of the live stream. Anything I can improve on this, or you think it was perfect? Let me know. This is how we're gonna be doing the podcast from now on, at least for our recordings. So, thank you guys for being on again. Like seriously, like you guys fucking rock. I loved this album. I love talking to you guys about this music. And
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
hope
having
it reaches as many ears as humanly possible. You know what I mean?
It squints all of them.
And
Squints them all.
them all. Yeah, exactly.
Also, it was Milo's live stream debut. Look at him. He's
Oh,
beautiful.
look at this guy.
My
Look at
son.
that. He's a natural. Yeah. Welcome to
Baby
the internet.
Maybe Milo.
Maybe Milo.
All right.
Might be the next one.
Milo.
Well, thanks for listening and watching or whatever you've been doing. We'll see you guys next time.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord, tweet to us at Album Concept Pod, or for everything else, go to Linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.